Oh, hi, you guys. We are ready for the next one. Now, Kienna says in chat that it's going to be fun, but she is the smiling DM, and we can't trust her. So take that with a pinch of salt. She is the smiling DM, you know? It's going to be a bad time. Now, today we are raising money for Race Texas. You can see we are so close to our next £100 donation. Every £100, we're going to do another viewer decision. So there's a high chance we'll get one in this game, which is cool. And we have activated today, maybe today only. I might make it a thing. I don't know yet. But we've activated Wild Magic Surges as well. So £10 for a Wild Magic Surge. Cool. Now I'm just going to grab a picture for this little shenanigan. The audio in the background's quite weird. Love it. I couldn't hear when I selected it, so I just went for dinner. I just went for dinner sounds. Not quite what I'm after. None of these images are quite right for it, I don't think. Let's go with something else. Let's go, Oh. Nope, it's not happening. We just have to go with the good old-fashioned, I think. We'll just go with the good old-fashioned map scene. What we'll do. Okay, so, without further ado then, let's go and get the guys. Oh, hi, you guys. You are live.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Alex will be right back soon.
No problem. No problem. Now, Kienna, would you mind sorting out the intros whilst I go and sort out my, like, biological stuff? Would that be cool?
Yeah, sure.
That sounded so nice.
You can sort out my biology.
Right off.
This is what you married, Alice. This is what you married.
I'll be right back.
8.5 years.
Yeah.
We're live.
There
everyone.
he is.
Sorry.
Okay. No worries. We're just
Don't worry, because Adam's gone off to do some biological things, so don't worry about it.
and we're going to be doing some introductions first. So,
Oh.
hey everyone, welcome to the 24-hour, now more like 25.5-hour charity stream. Scrap probably already introduced it, but super excited to be here playing some D&D to raise money for Races Texas. So every donation that you make will go towards them and keeping families together. Super, super good stuff. I will be your dungeon master, Kienna. You probably haven't seen me around the internet, and I'm super excited to be here with this lovely cast and crew. So let's just go around, quickly introduce who you are, who you're playing, and how does your character know the ever-famous mage, Nia Pax Character. So let's go camera order. We'll just skip over Scrat because he's not here. So Alex, hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me. So I am playing Philbert Meriton, a human revenant who he's also a cleric, and he unfortunately had a bit of an accident while on his travels, which were quite extensive, and unfortunately died, but somehow was resurrected by the gods to carry on his journey and bringing goodwill to everyone. He completely ignores the fact that he died and refuses to acknowledge it. So anyone that brings that up at any point, he'll just deny all knowledge. He knows Nia from a previous, or his previous life, where he was actually invited to one of her earlier birthdays several years ago. So he is attending the party. It's just he hasn't realized that it's years later. So that's me.
Good to know. And let's go around and hi, Mr. Purple. Good to have you here.
He's having slight internet problems.
Good to know.
Oh, that'll be me then. Okay.
All right. We'll slight internet problems. Good to know. I was like, wait,
So,
did I say
earlier.
something wrong?
Sorry.
Anyway.
So Fields. And Nyax is a family. He holds an enchanting shop in the city with who is a scroll maker. And he sent out an invite, but due to big orders and in enchanting, they couldn't come and sent me over for presents, family presents.
Okay. Good to know. Cool. Duncan Oakshield. And Alice. Alice, hello.
Hello. So I've jumped in a little bit last minute, but I'm playing Teely Talbot, who is a halfling rogue. She is incredibly short, even for a halfling. She's got quite wild, bushy, blonde, crazy hair that she ties back into almost like a knot type bun half the time. And she has met this mage from traveling around. So she is traveling the world, trying to experience new things, and she's writing Teely's travel guide. And this poor guy was subjected to her trying to sell it to him at one point. And that is how they met, and and they sort of had an odd friendship from there.
Awesome. And we welcome Jay to the show.
We'll be back in just a second.
We'll be back in a second. So let's skip over it. God damn it. Cameras. I can't see when things are happening. Scratch. How about you introduce yourself? Because we skipped over you while you were gone doing biological things. You were muted if you were talking.
Yes, thank you. They're back.
I am muted half the time.
There we go.
I'll be playing Cord Mazak. Cord, he doesn't really know what he's up to half the time. Now, you saying something about a wizard? He might have met a wizard. I don't know. It's all a bit of a blur. I'll be... I mean, where are we? What is this? Are we at a house party? How have I got here? Have I gate crashed a party? I've gate crashed a party, haven't I? Is that how I'm here?
You got an invitation somehow.
Oh, it's actually an invitation. Oh, it's a bit of paper. Oh, I definitely haven't gate crashed. Okay, well we'll just go along. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it might have fallen into your pocket in one way or another, either legitimately or not. But you have an invitation. So essentially, Neopax Karator is an extremely famous mage in the lands of Faerun. She is a very well-known wizard. She's able to do all sorts of things, but she is a specialty in enchantments and transmutations. Now, she has been inviting people for her 40th birthday party. It's been her 40th birthday party for the last who knows how many years. But nobody questions her age because she gets very persnickety about it. All right, Jay, you're here. Hello.
Sorry.
No worries. If you could introduce yourself and who you're playing and how she knows Neopax character.
Yeah. So I'm Jay. I'm playing Kalia. She's a tiefling rogue. She was raised by wolves, literally. And after leaving the wolf pack to kind of find her own way in the world, she met Nia, who was very kind to her and accepting of the fact that she was a tiefling, and they became quite good acquaintances through doing that. And I'll speak to her whenever I'm in town or near where she is.
Awesome. So all of you have received this invitation. And it kind of magically appears. She knows enough that she can just have it show up in front of you guys. And when you receive it, wherever you are in your journeys across the lands of Faerun, as soon as you open it, it even reads in her very unique sense of writing. And it says, "You are cordially invited to attend a murder. I, Neopath Character, will be hosting a murder mystery party at my home in Baldur's Gate. You are invited to attend this event and help solve the case of my untimely demise. We will start the evening with some mingling and some appetizers, followed by a spectacular dinner prepared by my personal chef. After dinner, you will find me dead, and it will be upon you to determine who amongst my guests is the murderer. I shall endeavor to play the best corpse I can, but you must excuse the occasional chuckle as you stumble through my clues. Magically yours, the ever famous Neopax Character NPC.
Wow.
So,
All this gold is for me?
there is a address in the invitation leading you to Baldur's Gate, and all of you on the day of end up following your way to this address. But you come across you all congregate, and you'll see each other for the first time. Perhaps, maybe you have seen each other crossing paths or other occasions that Nia has set up. But when you get here, it just seems like a blank wall.
First of all, thank you very much to Likes the Villain, who donates £11.29. Thank you. That puts us very much closer to our goal. There's nothing attached to that, but if you want to attach anything to it, you can. I know you've been watching for a while today, so you know how this works. And thank you also to Isriver, who donates £10, taking us over our £300 goal. We have our first viewer decision and a Wild Magic Surge for Teely. And I'll up the goal to 400, where our next Wild Magic Surge shall be.
Every time is River. Every time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for donating. I will think of a viewer decision and get back to you guys on that. Yeah, so you guys are kind of at a blank wall. It seems like a blank stone wall, one of the within Baldur's Gate.
Is there anything that looks slightly unusual about the wall, other than it's just a wall that isn't where we expected one to be?
You can do if you want to kind of, check it out, you can roll me a investigation or perception check. In Roll20, all you have to do is just click that skill.
Hold on 2 seconds. Let's have a quick look.
No worries.
Whilst you do that, your Wild Magic Surge, Teely, is that you know that a spell will instantly slay you.
Oh, that's nasty.
So am I like paranoid now?
I don't know what no means. I don't know if it's something that you know and isn't true, or you know and it is true, but you know it.
Yep.
So maybe a fear of magic cast? Is it? Oh, great, because we're going to a mage's. So I've now developed a
I think
fear.
you have a fear of spells directed towards you.
Okay. I will factor
Because
that
you're
in.
convinced they will kill you.
Factor that in.
Oh,
Roll20.
nothing.
Why have you stopped working for me?
I have no eyes. I find nothing.
That was a free Kienna.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Roll20 decided to give up on me.
It gave up on Alex as well.
Yeah. See, this is generally how it goes for me.
Okay.
Nothing above 10.
You look at it. It's like a, stone wall that, cobblestone.
This is perfect.
Kind of between two houses.
Can I see him looking at that? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. Can I walk up to him, look at the wall, look at him, and then look at the wall? And I'm like, what are you looking at?
A wall, apparently.
Well, yeah, but why are you looking at it?
I'm sure there's supposed to be something here. That's not a wall.
And like, she just starts poking the bricks, like trying to work out what the hell this guy is going on about.
Is there a like?
Sorry, could you repeat that? You cut out halfway through that question.
Oh, might be gone.
Oh. Internet, why? Internet, why you do this? Yeah, so you start poking it. It feels like rough stone to you. If you would like to do an investigation perception check, you
Yeah,
may.
I think I will. Like, I've been looking at what Philbert's obviously doing, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'll investigate. There's obviously something interesting there. Well, a 10, that's not necessarily great as well. Did you say perception, sorry, or investigation?
Yeah, either one.
Oh, okay, then I'll just
We're
go with
going. We're going easy.
Yeah. Oh, also, yeah, no, neither is good. This is where the campaign ends. We just stand at the wall.
Just a wall.
It feels like stone.
And I sort of look at Philbert, I'm like,
Let's just push
Yes,
it.
definitely a
It actually is
wall.
stone.
You're pushing it.
Yeah, is it actually stone? Just look like stone.
Yeah. So you push it, and when you touch it, it does feel like stone to you. You're kind of just tracing your hands over it.
Can we walk around it?
But this is kind of like, it's like the dead end of an alleyway. So you're not
We
really.
can't over it.
You could try.
Very strongly about meeting Nia and walk straight to the wall. For it.
Okay. Yeah, you walk straight, and you
Up
watch
still.
as the pocket where his invitation is glows as he just straight
Oh.
through.
Well, that's new. I guess we follow suit.
Hang on a minute. Is this normal for you? Like, do you always just pass through walls and poke walls and pass through them and stuff? Who are you people? What's going on here?
Well, I've never done it before, but it's a bit of a weird one for me.
I'll walk up to it and see what happens.
Yeah, so if you just walk towards and
Yeah,
through,
Walk up
you
to
just
it,
go.
go through it.
Yeah, just go boop, right through.
Straight through the wall we go.
Holding my invitation out, sort of like, okay.
I sort of just try and copy what everyone else is doing, like just watching them and see if I can do the same.
I take a run at it. I just run through. Ah!
Yep, pass through like it's nothing. And all of you kind of follow suit. The invitation's glowing right before you hit the wall. And all of you are in a very different place. Before, when you were in a city filled with people, you are now in a flower field filled with flowers of all unique, exotic kinds. And you are standing on a pathway that leads up to a house. The house looks like as if somebody decided to take 3 different houses and smash it together of 3 totally different architects. Like, it somehow fits together, but not really.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to take the lead and just march straight up to the front door.
I like that initiative. I like it. I'll follow him. I'll follow him anywhere. Look at him go.
Yeah, I'll walk up with you.
I'm like, wait! As I got tiny little legs and I try and run after them, sort of. I'm assuming are these flowers quite tall? Like, am I having to
Fight.
Yeah, they're-
maybe jump a bit more than the others?
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, hang on. And I try and catch up.
And as you get to the door, this ornate, beautifully crafted wooden door with, even the rods and the iron and everything, it's like has this level of detail and carving into it that just has that level of Nia being super extra taste that you're all somewhat accustomed and acquainted with. And even before you get to that door, it opens up, and you see a small boy. He's about, you imagine, 11 or 12, wearing mage's robes. Seems like it would be a apprentice robes almost. And he opens up just as you get there, and he looks at you as human, and he's like, You're the new guest. Wait, invitation, please.
Okay, and I just hand it out.
Yeah, he looks at it with like some he looks at each invitation like kind of peering at it at all different angles. And
Now, do I need to give you my invitation? Because the way I see it, none of us could come through that wall without an invitation. So surely I could just leave mine in my pocket, and you know safe and sound that I came through the wall with an invitation. You don't need to look at mine at all, now do you, boy?
He's got a point there.
I mean, it's kind of protocol. I was told to do that because it's it's this, you know.
What's a bit of protocol between you and I? I think it's brilliant that you've taken up a trade, by the way.
You can roll me a persuasion check. Like, persuade him to not take.
It's gonna be one of those games.
Oh yes.
You know, Miss character gets a little you know, if I don't follow the rules, then I get punished, and I have to go clean the armory again. So please.
Hey, you're doing it all wrong, boy. Okay, you can have a lot of fun in an armory. Trust me. Here's your invitation.
So it's not when you've polished it for like the 15th time. Thank you.
Polishing the wrong things.
I'll give it to him, but can I have it back again afterwards, please?
I mean, it's just on me. You can get them afterwards. Not a big deal.
Okay, you can have it.
Okay. He looks at all of you like, okay, weirdos. But he doesn't say anything. If you just most of the people are just kind of other guests are just hang out in the powder room, and I need to go and help prepare everything. But make yourself comfortable. Drinks? Anyone want drinks? Right, that's something I need to ask. Anyone want drinks?
I do.
I'm okay, thank you.
I'd love a drink. Do you have a nice chilled lemonade?
We should.
That'd be fantastic.
Have you got
Okay.
anything stronger than lemonade?
Yeah, but the chef has to go get that because I'm not allowed to touch it.
Okay, but I like ale.
Cup. Or is there a cup available around? Like,
There aren't any cups right there, but she's kind of pointing you into a further into the house, assumably towards a sitting room or a dining room, which will likely have cups around.
I'd like to grab, as soon as I can, I'll grab a cup and open the cask that's open under my arm.
Internet.
Yeah, internet. Why you do this?
Great internet.
Oh no.
Gone again.
You are moving now. We can possibly hear you.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So very quickly, I'll grab a cup, pour a cup under my arm for Teely.
Oh, I'm just I reach out with both my hands, like thank you,
I'm also
gentlemen, and I just start drinking it.
Yeah, so he leads you in towards a very nicely furnished sitting room. Again, it's that same level of extravagance that you kind of expect just being around the red velvet, love seats, curtains with the finest laces, finely polished, created coffee tables. And here you see some other guests. You see a elderly looking woman, human, that's just kind of sitting her feet just a little too short to be reaching the ground when she's sitting on this love seat. You see a elven woman dressed in leathers, it seems. She definitely is armed. And she seems to be just kind of looking around looking slightly bored. And you also see a strange man, very gaunt, dressed in all black, lots of skull motifs on him, and he seems a little portly as well. Has a rounded stomach, but his face is drawn, completely thin, and very unamused. So these are 3 guests that you see.
Okay.
He doesn't look very cheery, does he?
Like, and I just sort of look up to Duncan, who's just passed me a beer.
Okay, I'm gonna walk straight up to the elven woman, and say, "Good day. They look like some fine weapons you've got."
Yeah, and you can see like she has like a bow and arrow strapped to her back. She has one of those. She has like a dagger on one of her thighs, a sword on her hip. And as you address her, she looks up and she smiles a very charming smile, and she says, "Ah, thank you. It's odd to have anyone around who appreciates such weaponry. The name is Kira, by the way. It is good to meet you."
Lovely to meet you too. My name is Filbert.
And she nods her head. How do you know dear Nia? Don't haven't seen you around before.
Oh, we go quite a way back. I used to travel quite a lot, and I'm just here attending her 40th birthday. I got an invite. Really appreciate it. Yeah, looking forward to seeing her.
Ah, of course. And says, I mean, Nia and I have gone some ways back, probably not as long as you, as she looks at your skeletal form.
Well, I mean, it's only a few years that we go back, but yeah, we've had a couple of run-ins, been on some adventures.
Yes. And she said, she kind of looks at the rest of the party and says, "Do you know the rest of these people?"
In passing, I mean, we've just run through a wall together, so that was interesting.
Hey, no, it's my first time in the city, though. I was just in a forest. There was all sorts of fey bullshit going on. Sort of like this place.
Yes. Fey shenanigans are always so interesting. I am not much of a partaker of the Feywild myself. I prefer the cities.
I go where the wind takes me. Now, thank you very much to Isriva, who donates to give me a wild magic surge, and I have rings on my fingers and bells on my toes. And I also get a bad thing.
Okay. So you constantly jingle. Your bad thing is that any stealth check you make is going to be at a disadvantage. And these rings and bells can't come off. They're stuck to you. Thanks to Fey bullshit.
Are they stuck, or would he just not put them down?
I refuse.
These are mine.
I you know what? Some people say I'm pretty horizontal, laid back. I mean, you know, it'll be fine.
The fashion of his homeland.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh God, he's a Morris dancer.
That's a good point. Did we miss the viewer decision? What was the viewer decision?
No, I have not put a viewer decision yet. I'm holding on to it because I have a good place to put it, but I can't put it in yet.
Okay.
Reading this.
Yes, and she'll yeah, so she seems Kira seems like, you know, polite, willing to chat, if she would like to keep talking with her. Oh, and that one too. That's good. But there's also, yeah, the grumpy old man is still kind of has his he basically has his feet kicked up onto the ottoman. He's just so he looks like he doesn't want to be here, which is a weird thing for somebody to be at, especially at a Nia Pax Characters party.
An invitation only party.
Yeah.
Telia will walk over to Cord and be like,
What's with the bells?
Honestly, I don't really know.
Well, why don't you just take them off? Because it's a bit weird. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm sorry if it's part of your culture or where you come from. It's fine, but
Is it bothering you that much, really?
it's not bothering me. I've travelled to loads of places. I'm just saying, is it the right thing for a dinner party?
You're saying that decorative bells are not the right thing for a dinner party. Is that what you're saying, is it?
Not at all. I'm just completely confused why they're on your feet.
Well, why aren't they on your feet? Could be the real question, couldn't it?
Well, I don't have any for a
Well,
start.
I've got you there, though, haven't I?
and she stops and thinks. She's just like,
Am I supposed to have bells on my feet? Is this like a posh thing that you guys do at parties?
Well, I don't know about posh things that people do at part. Like, he's literally, like, dressed in, like, wraps.
Am I supposed to be wearing bells?
Oh.
Yes, we're all supposed to be wearing bells.
Oh God!
It was on the invite if you took a moment to read the small print.
Well, the kid ran off with it. I didn't check.
Well, this is why I tried to keep hold of it, for a bit of memorabilia, and I could have proven it to you, but no.
Oh God! Do you think I've insulted someone?
She's gonna be horrified. Mortified, no less.
Mortified?
Yes.
You see, I travel a lot, but I ain't never heard anything about no bells on toes.
Oh, you had
So
to
I
come.
didn't
You had to come
care.
through a wall to get her. She's an elf. She loves having bells on all of her appendages.
Oh, that makes some sense.
It does, doesn't it?
That really makes sense. Okay. Have you got any spare?
No, these are mine.
You don't have any spare bells.
These are mine. If you wanted bells, you should have bought your own. They're very personal, these bells.
Is it anything that rings? I've got a whistle.
And there's some glasses about.
I don't think I can attach glasses to my feet.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Why aren't they wearing bells?
Oh,
We didn't read the invitation properly either.
Oh, so we're all in trouble. Oh, she can't mind that much if all of us have done it. If
Exactly, we're
anything,
not the
you look
minority here.
strange.
Oh, I see. Segregating the minority. I see how it is.
I'm not segregating anyone. I'm telling you, it's weird that you've got bells on your toes. I don't care how appropriate it is for a dinner party.
Oh.
It's still weird.
Well, we shall
Haven't you
see
heard
at
a
dinner.
seen but not heard?
We shall see what happens at dinner, shan't we?
Yeah, you can probably ring for a drink every time you run out. Hi,
my name's Teely, and I walk over to the elf that Philbert was talking to.
Okay. And she like looks over and then realizes she has to look down a bit.
And she's like, "Yeah, I'm here. Hi."
Hello. My name is Kia. Nice
Hi.
to meet your acquaintance.
And you. Now, are we supposed to have bells on our toes?
Oh, no.
No, and she just looks back at Court, just like,
I mean, Nia's taste can be a little eccentric, but bells on toes. Unless she changed a lot since we dated, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I
I'm happy without bells on my toes.
I wander off into a corner and bring back a footstool.
Thanks.
and I get on it. I stand right up on it.
Oh, that's much better. Is that what it's like up here for you guys?
It's scary, isn't it?
Oh, it's high.
Further to fall.
This is true.
Kalia, what are you doing as this?
While they're doing
Oh.
their conversation, I'm going to go talk to the portly gentleman because we both look like we're a little bit uncomfortable with this conversation. So
Yeah.
go speak to him, ask him how he knows Nia and where he met her.
When you start talking to him, there's definitely this kind of sense of him looking down upon you. Like, it may just be the way that he had his head up, but even his voice.
I'm a tiefling. I'm used to that now. Well, it doesn't even phase me anymore.
And she just said, "Well, uh, Nia and I go far past. We were the most brilliant of apprentices at the Arvin School of Magic."
That is very impressive. That does sound like it was quite a long time ago.
He definitely like kind of narrow his eyes at you. Now that you're up close, like he is not an attractive man. Like his skin is kind of sallow and sunken. His eyes are watery and this kind of very pale blue color that's unsettling. And you're definitely up close. You see he is like covered in these skull and death motifs.
I'm just going to say to him, it's very nice talking to you. I need to get back to my friends now and kind of back off slowly away from that conversation. It doesn't seem like he really wants to be talking to me right now.
Yeah, he is not a. He does not
Not a
seem
very
like
friendly gentleman.
no. And yeah, this little old lady that's in one of the love seats, Kane by her side, like, what's happening? I feel like I can't hear as well as I used to. Who are you all new? And she has like these like glass. She doesn't have her glasses on. You can see them around her neck. Says, you all kind of seem very blurry right now.
Good evening, Mom.
Oh,
Would you like to put your glasses on? They're round your neck.
right. Like that. Oh, that's where they went. And she like very carefully like puts them on the end of her nose. Now I can see. Hello.
Hello, I'm Philbert.
And she definitely like tilts her head. I haven't seen someone like you before.
Neither have we.
What?
Nothing?
Oh, this just got
Everything's
really
back to
deep,
normal.
didn't it? Hey, we're going into some philosophical stuff right now. Okay, I'm ready.
Don't know what you're talking about, dearie. Just say who this young
Me?
man?
Why, yes.
It's good to see that Nia has made so many interesting friends. It makes this old woman's heart so warm.
And how do you know Nia? If you don't mind me asking, of course.
No worries. I am her godmother.
But you can't be. You're far too young.
You flatter me quite so. No. My husband, bless his dear passed heart, and we were her godparents, friends of her parents. Got to see her grow up to be such a fine young lady.
Wonderful. Can I get you a drink?
Oh, that would be wonderful, dearie. It's just I can't drink like I used to, so just a glass of warm water, if you could.
No problem. I'll spin round and go and get the drink.
Yeah, so you don't really kind of see that around, and you don't see the apprentice around, so you're probably gonna go find the kitchen.
I'll go for a wander.
Okay, so yeah, you you just kind of duck through, and it's a little bit of a maze. Again, it's almost like three houses got shoved into one.
Okay.
So it takes you a little while, but you end up in the kitchen. You see a kind of a very buff looking human man who is really just wearing like a tank top, some pants, and the big apron on. She has in this very elaborate kitchen. At least like 3 things going on at once.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Can I trouble you for some water?
It just looks like I'm not busy at all. Not
I mean,
looking
I
at-
can do it. I can do it. Just point me in the right direction.
He kind of looks over and he says, he kind of takes a second. I see taken aback at seeing, like, yep, just over there. And he points at a cupboard. I'll find glasses there. And you hear him out of the back. God, why does Master always keep such weird company? She just keeps like, frying one thing in one pan and flipping something over another.
Okay, I'll try and keep out of his way as much as possible.
Okay, cool. Make me a perception check.
Yeah, that's gonna go well.
It might do.
Woo!
Yeah, you're able to find a mug, no worries, and where to get some water.
Good.
There, you notice there's like a bunch of different. You imagine vials of different potions that are kind of just scattered across one part of the counter. Different colors, bright blue, purple, pinks, reds, yellows, orange. A lot of them that you can't just recognize off the top of your head as you look over them.
I'm gonna steer well clear of those, just for the water.
Yeah. So you put in the water and you head back out.
Yep.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I've got a lemonade in my hand, haven't I? So I'll just be sipping my lemonade and just sort of looking at the other guests and seeing if any of them want to talk to me. I won't make any moves to talk to them though, because I know what it's like,
All this gold is for me.
I will be looking at the other guests too, but I will be getting close and looking almost awkwardly, so just like looking up and then sort of I have this little notebook which is like a sketchbook as well, and I sort of make a little and I keep going. And I sort of linger on the really creepy guy at the back with all like the skulls and everything. And
he catches you watching and he's like, yes.
Do you just like skulls, or is this like a thing?
What do you mean a thing? Are you accusing me of being a necromancer?
No, when did I say that? I said, did you like skulls?
And he kind of scoffs. It's always the assumption that just because I like the imagery of skulls and I hang out in a crypt that people think I'm a necromancer.
But I don't care where
Understand it.
you hang out. I just wondered if you like skulls. Where do you hang out?
So, yeah. He again frowns at you, says, like I have said. And also now that you're kind of looking, like he definitely has all these jewels and stuff on him.
I've
as
got
well.
closer. Like since he started talking to me, I've walked right up there. I might drag the stool with me so that I can then stand on the stool at the same time.
Now that you're definitely up close, you also notice that within these skulls, a lot of them have been embedded with very large jewels as well. And that his robes are definitely of these fine silk. Like this is a man who is definitely of some wealth.
Just quickly, thank you very much to the D&D page who donates £7.53, which I guess is $10. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, is it like a status thing? Like, what do you do here?
He kind of puffs himself up a bit. I am a fine mage of my own renown. Past those Gloomblight, you might have heard of me.
Like she really hasn't, but she doesn't want to be rude. She's like,
Yeah, I've heard of you.
He definitely seems to kind of he seems to definitely kind of like puff up, like kind of as you say, yeah, of course you. Just of course you have.
Well, you're a very well-known person.
Says,
Like, she just gives him the
yes.
biggest smile, like she wants him to still be happy about it. She's liking that he's happy with it, and she's just like,
Yeah. You're very good at what you do, I've heard.
Yes. I don't go out much these days, so I don't see how the people have heard of me. I usually send my minions out to do these things, but it is good to hear that even such interesting people like yourself have heard of such greatness that is I.
Oh, really? What do you mean by interesting? Is it my height?
Yes, your height.
Lots of people like that.
and she just continues, like, not to stare at him, but like at the jewels and stuff on his cloak. It's probably like making him feel really uncomfortable. It's that awkward English silence that we love so much. And I'm just going to stay there.
Oh no, he hasn't really noticed ever. He's poofed himself up so much, and his nose is so high up in the air. He doesn't really notice that you're just kind of staring at the jewels.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Stare at those jewels.
I'm just kind of going to stand back and watch this altercation between him and Teely, try and work out what kind of people they are and what sets them off, what kind of things make them happy, and try and work out who they are and why they're here.
Okay. How about you make me an insight check, because that's kind of, you're looking into people and trying to decipher their behavior essentially. Wow. There we go. Good rolls.
It's beginners starting with good rolls, hopefully.
Yeah. So as you watch, definitely as you're watching, like, Teely is clearly just trying to be polite. And this man, Pathos Gloomblight, obviously shows as a man who thrives off of praise. And he seems very quite full of himself. So you kind of are picking up on that you think you could probably flatter this guy.
Yeah, so I go up to him and say to him that I ask him if he was that big mage that everybody keeps talking about.
Okay, yeah. So you go, and he says, so you have heard of me too then?
Yeah, no, I have. Back in my homeland, you seem like a very popular person. People speak quite highly of you. It's definitely an honor to meet you in person.
Yes, the recognition that I truly deserve. Either way, it is good to see people who are appreciative of what I can do. You make me a deception check as you are lying.
Oh dear.
And after a second, he kind of like looks at you. Your homelands, you said.
Word travels far.
Yes, and like the kind of the pompous look kind of fades into this suspicious glance.
I've done a lot of traveling. I travel around quite a lot. That's how I met Nia in the first place. Doing that. There's quite a few people where I'm from. They like to travel around. And they like to bring back stories of the places they go to and the people that they meet on their travels.
And she said, yes. And he just takes this like goblet, like it's clearly not a cup from here. Like he probably brought this with him. It's like this gold goblet, again with the same skull and gems set into it.
So, I like your gems. Are they a family kind of crest that's going on, or are they from somewhere else? I'll try and change the conversation away from that.
Okay, so yeah, this like several incredibly gem encrusted self, and he kind of says, that they're just treasures I have accumulated. over my time here.
Well, they are very beautiful, and I'm sure you like to show them to people. I'm sure they're a very good starting conversation with people.
Uh, yes.
Say people
How did you
different
know?
range of conversation.
Yeah, and you can definitely see like these are extremely like precious gems. Like it says a lot about him that he's willing to kind of just flaunt these and put them onto.
Yeah, no worry about the safety of them or anything. Just
Yeah,
show them to everyone.
yeah. Like definitely hundreds of gold worth in them. So, at this point, you see the little assistants, kind of pop his head in. Is everyone having a good time? Everyone doing great? I hope everyone's doing great.
Yeah, brilliant. Best
Relieved
time.
for the distraction.
At this point, Filbert, you would have just come back.
Okay.
With the water.
I sort of walked through, just narrowly missing the servant. Oh, hello again. And then I hand the drink over to the young lady sitting down.
And says, thank you, dearie.
Oh, you're welcome.
And the assistant, I was told that I should get you guys to the dining room for dinner and everything. Yeah.
Ah, great. And I jump off my stool and I head over the direction that the little serving boy is in, or the apprentice is in.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys duck in, and there is an elaborate feast set out. No sign of Nia so far, which is a little odd, although assuming from the invitation, she may just be setting out for the murder mystery thing. And like Filbert, this is definitely, probably a day of work of what that poor chef has been working on. Just kind of set out everywhere.
Wow, this
Okay.
looks lovely.
Actually, I have no idea if a revenant can eat. No.
But he doesn't want to talk about it, so he will pretend.
I'm going to try.
I'm gonna put it in his mouth anyway, and
I'm going to try it. It will just fall out of my rib cage.
Yeah.
that's gonna be messy.
Yeah, and they're
Be thankful I
Rattling-
haven't drank anything yet.
Thank God for that. Keep it that way.
and there are basically there are definitely enough seats for everyone to just sit down. There's no official, placards, anything. You can just put yourself wherever.
I think Teely will hop on a chair, probably legs swinging from it, I'm assuming. So more of a climb up onto the chair and then loudly shuffle it in. And then she pats the chair next to her and looks at corners. Come on, Jingles.
All right, I see how it is. Okay, yeah, I'll come and sit with you then. Have other people. Yep. And he sort of like looks around at everyone and like he had this suspicion. He doesn't know Kalia's name yet, but he had a suspicion that Kalia was looking for saving, and he was sort of like, okay, I'll come and sit with you then. So, what's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you, yeah, the one I'm sitting next to, you, yeah.
Teely?
Hey.
Who are you? Other than Jingles, of course.
You can call me Jingles if you can call me anything you like, to be honest. But yeah, Cord Mazak.
Nice to meet you, Cord. I might stick with Jingles. It's easier to remember.
I find you can
And
be that way if you actually don't mind.
I'm gonna wait for the other man to sit down and then sit the opposite end of the table from him, so that he doesn't bring up the fact that he figured out that I was lying. I'm just gonna try and kind of pass over that like it never happened.
Yeah,
I'll sit myself smack bang in the middle of the table. Not in the middle of the table, but
On the table.
just on it.
It's sensitive.
It's on the table.
Put an apple in my mouth.
Yeah.
And at this point, the apprentice who has introduced himself as Diz is kind of helping everyone and getting, make sure everyone's comfortable as you guys just kind of start sitting and partaking in the food. At a certain point, Diz like, I'm gonna go check on. I'm gonna go check on Nia. I'll be right back to help you guys with whatever you need. Make sure the party's great for all of you. Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
trust him.
Welcome back, Duncan.
He's moving more.
Will it? Will it? No? No sound?
We can't hear you, but we can see you. Oh, sorry.
Jinxed it.
Everyone knows I'm lying, see? Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah, we got that.
You got the sigh.
It's in the octave bar.
Gone.
That was good while it lasted.
No internet.
Bye.
Oh,
Internet problems are the worst problems.
they
Gosh
are.
darn it. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So Diz kind of goes off and away. Upstairs, assumably, you did see us. You did see a set of stairs that led upwards. There is a moment of just, cheeriness and just spending some time, probably introducing yourself. Is there any in particular you guys want to do?
Is there any food on the table? Sorry.
Oh yeah, there's definitely food on the table.
Oh, I'll
by the
just
way.
start eating.
I was going
Yeah.
to say, Teely is a halfling. She will have just started, like maybe grab something in each hand, start eating. And she'll probably look over to Philbert and be like, in a mouthful, she'll, so what are you?
In terms of profession or?
No. The whole.
And she just sort of gestures to the skeletal frame and then just keeps eating.
Well, I mean, I've been working out a bit. I've lost a bit of weight.
Quite a bit.
But I've well, a little bit.
You want some
I
chicken?
walk a lot. Oh no, it's fine. It's
How
fine.
far did you walk?
I travel a lot.
Okay.
Like she's almost seeing
While
that
doing
she's
that,
not
I
going to
sort
get
of-
like a straight answer. Just sort of hands him a plate, like passes a plate of food towards
Oh, thank
him.
you very much. He sort of adds
Okay.
to it as he goes.
And she's eating and mainly just watching him because she's really intrigued now to see what happens when he eats and drinks.
Oh yeah, he goes for it.
Oh.
So she picks up some chicken and slices it gently with the cutlery, and eats
Oh,
it.
I'm not slicing.
And you just see it rattle around in his jaw and then fall into his suit.
That's me put off my food, I think.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm looking at the others like,
Oh, I've met Philbert before, so I'm not particularly phased by his weird.
Is this
eating.
normal for him?
He doesn't like to talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about what?
Nothing?
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
Have some more chicken.
and I just pass it because I'm
Well,
more intrigued
Yeah,
to see what
it
happens.
is not the most appetizing of sights to watch this
I'm
happen.
quite discreet, quite subtle.
And
You
Tilly
tried
does
to
not care. She's intrigued.
Yeah, well, he's got like a big rough collar on, so you just sort of see it rattle around a bit, and then it just drops in.
Yeah.
Yummy.
So as this is all kind of happening, you hear a screech from upstairs somewhere.
I guess dinner's being cut short then.
Should we perhaps go and investigate that?
Maybe it's part of the game.
And even before you guys finish standing up and approaching the doorway, you see Diz just rushing through, out of breath. See your purple. We'll try to get you back in sometime.
You'll have another game soon somehow. You're muted, Cord.
We'll get you back in when you're into. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Whoops. We'll get you back in. when you're into-
Internet.
Good.
But
Curse you, internet.
has everybody else in the room noticed this screaming, or is it just us?
Oh yeah, everyone. Well,
Okay.
except for the old lady who had introduced herself as Mrs. Owlbear, had noticed.
I love her already.
Because she can't hear as well as she used to. But everyone else kind of noticed it, and Diz like runs down. And you definitely see like she's Mia's dead. She's dead.
Oh, so this is where we start guessing. I get
No,
it.
no, she's actually dead. Like she's dead. I was supposed to help her get ready, and then I went.
I'm gonna shoot him a conspiratorial wink.
No,
All right.
this kid's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
I guess dinner's over then. I grab a plate and start scooping food onto it.
Take it with you.
I just have like a chicken wing in my hand. Well, a chicken leg in my hand.
Take it along for good measure.
She's like she's actually dead. She's actually dead.
Okay, well, we better go have a look at the body.
And I start going upstairs.
Just give him like a little pat on the head.
Yeah.
As I stand, I take a napkin off and I go to take a drink of wine, and I pause, and then I decide it's probably better not to, and just pop it back on the table. I need to keep my faculties about me,
Good move.
Yeah.
Gilbert.
not leave a trail.
Wherever you are.
Easy to find.
Yeah. So yes, I'll show you. And she leads you upstairs, down a hallway, and opens up into a room. This is where I want the viewer decision. What weird magical thing is in Nia's study? She is a very famous maid. She collects and adventures. What weird thing is in here? But you open up. So the first thing that you see are there. You see a couple of shelves lining the walls to either side of you, the left and the right. There's a suit of armor that stands to your left-hand side. Directly what you see in front of you as you walk in, you see a big painting of Nia, as she dressed very regally, kind of like finger guns as well. And right below this painting is a desk covered in books and parchment, and the bent over collapsed body of Nia Pax character.
What a way to go.
I suppose we should go over and have a look.
Yeah, Teely still thinks this is fake. Like, she walks right over there and she's like, hello. Like, she goes, oh, you're very good at this. Like, just sort of checking and looking around and like, better search for clues then. And she goes and just starts pulling everything on the bookshelf.
I'm going to stand just outside the room because I'm not so sure it is fake. So I'm going to let them go in and have a look for themselves.
Okay.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll go in and try and carefully sit her up. Very carefully.
Okay.
I'll like take a look at her face as well. Just, how old is she? Ballpark?
So she is an elf as well. So when she said 40th birthday, it is definitely not her 40th birthday, as elves don't even get to adulthood until they're 100.
That makes my my acquaintance with her slightly more creepy. I think I might be a little bit late to her 40th birthday. This isn't the Nia I remember. Are we sure this is her? This definitely doesn't look like her. She looks more like that picture.
Oh, realization's going to hit him soon.
Yeah, the painting is definitely of her probably when she had just graduated from school.
Yeah.
Seriously, definitely.
Yeah, that's recent.
I mean, I haven't known her that long, and she kind of looks the same now as she did when I met her. So, and I've only known her for a few years.
I know she's playing dead, but you probably shouldn't manhandle her like that.
I've been quite gentle. It's not
Yeah,
like I'm
but you're
shaking
still
her around.
manhandling.
Yeah, so you pull her up from her slumped over on the desk. And she's dead weight in your hands.
Oh, she's very good.
And you just kind of prop her up against the back of her very ornate chair.
I'm assuming it's a high back chair.
Yeah.
So it's not like a low back chair. And
No, it's a no, it's a high back chair.
Okay, that's all right then.
And she's just unmoving.
She looks pretty dead.
Yeah, she looks pretty damn dead.
Okay.
Now, I thought she said she'd be chuckling and stuff, but this is actually pretty good.
This is very authentic.
Can we check her pulse?
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
Make sure she is actually alive.
I bet if you hold her nose, she'll give the game away, though.
Hey,
And I
medicine,
just
I'm
go
good
and
at
hold her
that.
nose.
I'm not.
I'm good with medicine.
I'm not. You can do
He
that. then.
says.
Oh.
I'm not good with medicine.
I say,
100% dead.
is there any feeling in them skeletal fingers? Like,
Can you
Look at how
say
you
pulse?
know.
Like,
Yeah, you don't have quite the right same feelings
I
that
have
you
no
had. So you're kind of just like you're holding and you're like waiting.
Everyone's
Maybe
dead to you.
yeah. Maybe there's a pulse. Not sure.
No, everyone, I think she's I think she's dead.
I'm still holding her nose, like watching it, like any minute now. Like just gonna go. Like,
How long can elves hold their breath for?
yeah, that's fine.
Really
Like,
well, it's true. They're magical devils. In the Feywild, they do all sorts of weird stuff. They could be there for hours.
Well, I haven't got
Okay.
hours.
Just egg it away.
And Diz is still there, looking slightly horrified. Ah,
Now, are we playing the game of figure out what her clues are? Are we figuring out the way of trying to figure out how to make her wake up? Because, I mean, I've got some interesting ideas of things we could do to try and wake her up.
she's actually dead. Like for real, I think.
hang on. And I reach into my bag and I pull a mirror out and I hold it just like by her nose and her mouth. And I'm like,
Nothing's fogging up.
and I just start poking her.
Elves can hold their breath for a long time now, can't they?
I'm going to go up to the apprentice and ask him what actually happened in the time of her faking being dead and why he thinks she's actually dead.
Well, she is dead. I've checked. Trust me, I'm a cleric. I do this for a living.
A dead cleric.
Who's dead? Other than her.
Well, I
So
came
never
up
get
here.
Turn undead.
I came up here to check on her and to help her get ready for the actual thing and to stage the real the real fake thing. But then I found her collapsed already, and I checked and she's dead.
Oh, what was she doing before you came to check on her? Like, what was she meant to be doing up here?
I think
I
she was
guess.
she might have been opening some gifts. I don't know. I was trying to help out. And then I came upstairs and she was dead and she starts falling.
Wait. She's actually dead. Like dead.
Like she looks in the mirror again and then she's just like,
Am I talking to a corpse here? That's what I said.
like Teely screams, but there's nothing coming out. It's like a hiss. She's like,
Come on. If she was dead, then she wouldn't wake up when I do this. And I'm just going to, like, tap her on the cheek.
I so want to just get her go, hello, but I will resist doing that.
I'll just tap her on the cheek. See? She'll wake up any second now.
Her head just kind of lolls.
While they're playing with a corpse, I'm gonna have a look around and see if there's any of these gifts that he thought that she was opening.
Okay, so I can tell you right away without a roll, is that when you look at Nia, when the way that she was sprawled out before, she had kind of one arm kind of sprawled out on the desk and the other kind of close to where her stomach is. As you look, there seems to be this large reddish crystal ball that she's holding in that hand, which is very visible now that you've pulled her body back. And you can see there's a box and
What
some
about
tissue paper
she's
that
got?
had been opened and is now empty on the floor next to her feet.
Right, well, I vote that Filbert should pick that up.
Okay.
I'm not touching it.
It shouldn't do anything to you.
All right.
Just because you're really strong and stuff.
He did say he'd been
That's in
working out.
character laughing as well. Like Daly is laughing.
Okay. I'll try and grab hold of the crystal ball and
Your bony fingers.
yeah, and take it away from her. Maybe pop it back on the desk.
Yeah. Okay. So you grab this this little crystal ball. It's about this size,
Oh, okay.
and you just kind of pop it onto the desk. Yeah, it's definitely this beautiful dark red color, kind of like a ruby almost.
Okay. I'll make sure it definitely doesn't roll off the table.
Yeah.
Maybe pick the box up and put it back in the box.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
don't
you put it back in the box. And as you look, there's this kind of glow to it almost. Perhaps catching the light, or even something deep within this stone.
Okay.
Can Teely
Yeah, so
just pick something up and just try and poke it a little bit?
yeah, there's a couple of like quill pens and stuff on the table that you can pick up too.
Can I poke and sort of really look at it and see if I can see anything within it?
Sure. Roll me investigation check.
Investigation. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not one.
You're kind of like pushing it, but as you're pushing it, you're pushing the box with it. So it's just kind of like getting closer to the edge of the desk with each poke.
Okay, stop.
Yep, sounds about right.
I think that's probably enough time for the viewer decision. The magical item, Kienna, is a magical vibrating cylinder.
Why?
Okay.
Wow, guys.
Thanks. Okay. I'll work it in somehow.
There's not like a gift tag or something on this present, is there?
You can
A signature, a wax seal, anything.
Smooth.
okay, you can how about you take a look around, so that can be an investigation check if you're kind of
Hasn't
Yeah.
gone too well so far.
No.
Hey,
Oh, nice. Okay, so yes, there is a little card kind of attached to it that says "From Roger."
that's not helpful at all.
Can I use the spell identify
On the
on the orb?
yeah,
Magic, Teely.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
She's gonna
It's not
straight
directed at
back.
me, but am I just close to it to feel it might
You
be
are a little
directed
bit.
at me?
Yeah, you're close
fine.
enough that it makes you a little nervous.
Yeah. Okay. When it's cast, I sort of jump out the way, just like, what?
Oh, careful! You might break it.
Might break it. What are you doing throwing all that spell stuff around?
Well, it's hardly throwing it around.
You
I'm
threw
just
it around. What if it hit me?
Then I would identify you.
Yeah, don't you stay out of my personal business.
Understood.
My identity is my own.
And she
Yes.
sort of backs away from the box and anywhere where it could, like, where she could get hit from again.
Okay,
I'll
so
hide behind me if you want.
yeah, so you cast Identify on this. Immediately, you get this very strong sense of, ooh, this is not a good thing. This is a bad thing.
I immediately put the box down, make sure the orb is in the box and put the lid on it.
Um,
We'll leave this alone.
yeah, because it's identify. Essentially, this is what is known as a soul gem. Essentially, a soul can be trapped within a soul gem.
Okay. I sort of keep my hands on the box and just turn around and go, This is a soul gem. And it's now glowing. Which could mean there's a soul in it.
I like your
There
thinking.
was a soul in it.
Yeah.
And it now got out.
I'm totally on board. So if we just smash the crystal on her,
No.
then
No
the soul will
smashing.
go back into her.
No smashing.
Or it might just float around forever, not knowing where it's going.
She
Oh, no,
might have
that'd
just
be
thought it was pretty.
that would be awful, wouldn't it?
At this point, the rest of the guests have they were all kind of waiting for Mrs. Owlbear, who is very slow. They finally reach the door of the study. And upon which Mrs. Owlbear, seeing Nia's body, promptly faints.
I rush to her aid and attempt to catch her before she hits the floor.
Make me a dex check.
You
Just a
charming
straight dex. Just to see if you're able to get there on time.
All right.
Yeah, you just make it.
It was a close call. It was a long
Yeah.
way away.
You managed, it's like half of her body fell, and then you managed to catch her head.
Yeah.
Such a charmer.
And Pathos kind of looks at, seems like Nia's up to her old tricks again. I'm sure you're all on the case of investigating this murder.
Now, you know, we thought that too. But she's dead.
I checked.
He did.
He did check.
She's genuinely dead.
And if
Yes,
anyone should know who's dead, like, she just
The
to
cleric,
film it.
obviously.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, fills me with confidence, that does.
And Pathos kind of rolls his eyes.
I wouldn't do that. They might fall out.
He says, look, I'm sure that Nia is just faking it and reveal her true self soon. It may just be a simulacra, a copy.
I didn't think of that. I help Mrs. Owlbear to her feet, or to maybe a lounger that might be there. Just make sure she's nice and comfortable.
Yeah, you duck it. There's a room next door that seems to be a guest bedroom, and you're going to set her down. This was, thank you, dearie. Oh goodness. Did I see what I thought I saw?
No. It's all a facade.
It's just a game.
It's good. And like Diz is there, kind of like wringing his hands. The poor little assistant, being like, oh.
I look at him, shush you. I will leave you in the capable hands of this fine gentleman, and then I will just be back in a second, and then I walk back into the study.
Yeah, you walk back in. Pastor's just like, I'll be downstairs. Let's wait this little game out. I am not one for partaking in these.
Seems less than concerned.
Yes.
He's obviously been to one of these parties before. As he goes to leave, I'll just sort of not quite step in his way, but just sort of hint. Excuse me, you look like a very, very educated man. Do you know much about soul gems, by chance?
She just kind of frowns. No, they're just like possible tricks to mages like me. I don't look into them at all.
Understood.
Sounds suspect. I distrust everyone, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you just trust him and you want to see if he's lying, you can do an insight check.
Yeah. I'll see.
I have no reason to think he's lying.
Yeah.
I think he is.
Fair enough.
What was that on there?
Insight.
Insight.
There it is. I couldn't see them, sorry.
No worries.
It's not going well.
Yeah, he's
We're never
really
gonna be
hard.
friends.
He's really hard to read. It may just be like, his general pompous, look. The fact that he doesn't quite ever look at you. He always has his looks down his nose towards you. He's kind of hard to read beyond just he screams asshole at you.
I'll keep my eye on him. Don't trust him.
All right. Yeah, it's pretty hard to just kind of read past that. Okay, yeah, so she just kind of walks downstairs.
T's gonna go look at the suit of armor, like lift up the lid, like looking inside and things like that. Maybe take the head off.
Hello.
Yeah, you're gonna have to climb it.
Yeah,
It is
okay.
So I just want like an athletics or strength check to see if you can get onto the suit of armor.
That is at 20.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think
For the amount
I scramble up there. I'm up like round where the shoulders are, and can I sort of lift up the head and sort of look in, and then look in the helmet as well?
Yeah, you lift up and you look in. Make me a dex check or a dex save, actually.
Okey-dokey.
And not to fall in.
19.
Yeah, you prevent yourself from falling in as this suit of armor just moves. You all notice that instead of a sword in its hand, it's carrying a broom. And you managed to hold on to not fall in as it
Like,
jolts
am
you
I
forward.
in it almost? Like,
Yeah.
Like holding. Okay.
As it starts,
I put the helmet on.
yeah, and you just see like this glow from within, like a kind of this carving on the inside of the breastplate. As it starts kind of trundling forward with the broom in hand and starts sweeping around you guys.
I just want to say I'm not doing this.
Yeah, we probably don't want it to do that.
It's just cleaning.
Stop it. It's destroying the evidence.
Yeah, potential murder scene. We don't want it to clean all the stuff away.
You are muted.
I'll stop it. I run across and I try and kick its legs out.
Well, I'm in it.
This is an antique. Let's just kick it.
Jingles, no! Like,
It's all right. I've got it covered. There you go.
Yeah, you kick that.
No!
You kick that. You
Good
just
thing you're
neatly,
a halfling.
you neatly kick out the part of the leg, like it just kind of slides, like basically just pops out,
That wasn't what I meant.
and it just kind of like whoop, sideways. That's it now.
Am I
But
like still like laying in it? Like,
Yeah, and it keeps it keeps going forward, but realizing that it's missing one leg, it's just hopping on one leg as it continues to sweep.
This thing.
Jingles!
Is there a window nearby?
What have you done? No!
I know exactly what you're gonna do. I try get off the suit of armor.
Because I gotta try and grab it and throw it out a window. It's causing problems.
The suit of armor.
There is no window. What
That
you'll
is lucky.
notice is what you haven't seen before is there is a giant what's how to say a aquarium. That's the word. Wow, words are difficult today. A giant aquarium, like that, big enough that a person could fit into it, filled with all sorts of exotic fish and that you have never seen before. Probably all magical.
I'll throw it in there.
What?
And like, I'm gonna try and get out before he does this. And
Okay.
I'm still wearing the helmet. Can I take that with me?
Yes. Okay. So Chile, make me a dex saving throw. And Cord, make me a athletics check.
16.
Yeah, you managed to scramble out just as Cord goes, huh, and just slam dunks this suit
As
of
he
armor.
does, I want to punch him in the leg and be like, "What the hell was that about, Jingles?"
And it was going to destroy the evidence. I had to get in there and sort it out. It would have been terrible.
That
There are
could have
now-
been evidence.
There's now a bunch of water and fish on the ground.
Don't you worry. We've got it all covered.
Oh no!
And I start trying to put the fish back
I
in
was
the
going to say, I try
aquarium.
and run around and try and pick up the fish.
Yeah.
Oh!
Put it
Just
back in
keep
the
falling through
aquarium.
my fingers.
Would you look at that? And I'll start helping.
Okay, so there's a couple of things you could roll here. You could roll me an animal handling check, or
Probably
you could
not.
roll me a general dex check to see how well you guys can chase
Oh.
these flopping,
I'm gonna do animal handling.
panicking
Worst.
fish.
19.
Oh dear.
Filbert, your hands don't really have any grip to them anymore.
I want to try and save some fish.
Saw this working out.
And also you're not quite able to guess where the fish are gonna flop next, so you keep trying to grab at them and they keep slipping out.
I need some more
You
carbs.
can't get them jingly, you're too jingly.
No!
Cord, you're too jingly. And also you go to grab one and you realize that one had too many spikes, you don't want to touch that.
I'll get that one.
What?
Meanwhile, Teely is just
Yes.
tossing these fish back in, all looking. Any of the ones who go back in look. If fish could look traumatized, they look traumatized.
But they're alive.
They're alive.
Alive and
Neo.
traumatized.
We might
As
need to
they
put
all-
some of the fish drugs in there. You know, the stuff that all aquarium people use. You know, that stress reliever stuff. You know, the old whoo.
They're gonna need it after that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you just
Okay, so is this
a couple of fish.
trying to clean the bottom? It's trying to
Just
clean the
walking
tank.
around.
Just brushing the sides.
No, it's lying down, still with the. It's kind of just like into nothing.
Well, I mean, thank God for that. We could have really destroyed some evidence there.
There is now water kind of leaching into the fine Persian rug.
But at least it's the rug and it's not running through the floor into the dining room.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put the soul gem in my backpack quick.
Just the whole
Okay.
thing.
Depends how big it is.
Yeah, with the box, it's like
Yeah, I guess I don't really want to touch it. Don't trust it.
don't trust the gem.
If she could
Uh,
have touched it, look what happened to her.
So, you guys can kind of now have dealt with the fish and the armor. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I suppose we
Uh,
should have a quick look around the room to see if there's anything else that looks untoward in a maid house where
Yeah,
everything
sure.
probably looks untoward.
Essentially, again, I described there's like on the two walls there are a bunch of shelves filled with books and other trinkets, and her desk, which has some, you
Put
know,
some parchment on it.
and what
okay.
you also would have noticed is a little mechanical bird
Oh,
that also is just sitting there. Painting is the other really big thing on the wall.
so I'll have a look at the desk and have a rummage around and see if there are any drawers or anything under the desk that might have fallen onto her lap and then fallen under where we're not looking.
Okay. Yeah, you can make me again investigation or perception checks. A lot of those. Investigating.
Can I break the under 10 cycle? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you're looking around the desk, you pull out some of the drawers, mostly just like paperworks, a bunch of letters from admiring fans. Some you see her signature pair of wands. She's that kind of person that she doesn't just use one wand; she uses two at a time. She's a dual wielder of wands. Because she is that person. She nothing quite under the desk, but as you're kind of looking under, you bump the top of it, and you hear that mechanical bird kind of fall over.
Oh.
And as it does, you hear it seem to spring to life.
Oh, okay. Is it like a clockwork bird or something?
Yeah, it's like this little clockwork bird. And as you now look up, and all
Up
you
here
see,
over the top of the table.
yeah, it's kind of flapping its little wings and jumping around.
Oh, look
And-
everyone! Look at this.
And it just keeps saying password, 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 password.
Does anyone know a password
I know lots of passwords.
for the bird?
Bird passwords. Now that's different.
Is it-
Crackers. Polly.
Is it like a tweet? Tweet?
Tweet. Tweet's good.
As you say these things, it pauses for a second, said, wrong, password, password, password.
You
Worst
think
bird
there's
ever.
something in it?
I pick the bird up and I look at its feet just in case anything's written on the bottom.
Made in China.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you write the password on the bottom so you don't forget it.
No, there is no. You just see made by Elminster.
Okay. It's not gonna be that.
It just keeps screaming password, password,
Can I
password.
check the body, please? Just in general, can I
Hey.
check the body?
Are we thinking there's
Now,
something hidden in it?
bird-related things in.
You're just gonna break it.
Well, I mean,
That's the thing. Do we just stamp on it? It sounds horrible.
when I've got money in a piggy bank, I don't sit there looking for the key to the money bank.
He's not wrong.
I
Is
could
the
agree.
password? And she gets really close up to it. Roger.
Password, wrong, password.
You know, this bird's quite rude, really.
And she just sits there and ponders for a little bit.
Okay, so if you're gonna sit and think on it, make me an intelligence check.
I'm trying to think of some of the other like classic ones. What about password?
I was
Well-
gonna say that.
Can I check the bookcase?
Yeah, you can check out the bookcase. So with the intelligence check of 11, it don't take that much to know that Nia loves talking about how she was the best mage ever to have come from the Arvin School of Magic. She's always talking about how she was the most brilliant student, so on and so forth.
Okay. And she sort of just walks up. She says things like, "Arvin."
Password correct.
Boom,
And the
there we
little
go.
copper wings seem to
Don't you know?
activate as it flitters up onto your shoulder,
Well done.
You've made a friend.
and as it kind of, you hear the miniature gears whirring as it turns its head, and it says, "Record or playback."
Let's go for playback.
The beak opens, and you hear Nia's voice. Says, "Dear Diary, today I filled Kelvin's favorite scroll tube with hog shit from the hog that's been sick. I can't wait to see his face when he... Hold on, what's this? Look, Bird, it's a package from Roger. What a surprise. I haven't really seen him ever since school. I've always liked that..." Ah! Just very long scream that suddenly cut off.
I mean, it's a real good
knew
job
it
that we
was
didn't
weird.
smash it.
That might have been a bit of a problem.
Sorry, Carly, I didn't
looking
catch you there. I talked over you there, Carly. Say it again.
Said I knew he was dodgy.
Which one's Roger again? Have we met him?
No, I'm just making assumptions.
Ah,
Is someone's original name Roger?
I've picked up your accent. I can't help it. I have a real
Perfectionist.
problem. Okay. Yeah, no, someone else go. I need to get out of the Irish accent. Hang on.
Work it out.
Why don't we just walk around to the guests and just call them all Roger and see who says hello?
Just go to the balcony and shout out Roger.
I was gonna say, see who turns round.
That'll work.
We
As
should,
a
we should
plan.
probably go and talk to them. I mean, I shouldn't go and talk to him because we didn't start off very well. But other people could probably go and talk to some people.
I'll talk. I like talking.
And I mean, I definitely, I don't know if I should leave, because what with my great efforts with the preventing of the clues getting destroyed, you know, you might need me if anything else happens. But if you need me to go and talk to people, I will. But, you know, if suits of armor start trying to destroy things.
Can I walk into the next room where Mrs. Owlbear is? And just be like,
Hello? Excuse me?
You see her and Kira, the elven woman, and Diz, the assistant, and Mrs. Alvarez. Yes, dearie.
Hi, yeah. Who's Roger?
Roger. I feel like I've heard the name before. It's been so long. I think it may have been. Yes, now I remember. One of dear Nia's classmates all the way back then. I don't quite remember what he looks like. It's been so very long since I last saw him.
Okay.
Uh,
So, were they in contact a lot?
They were very, very good friends. Nia would always getting first place in all those competitions, and Roger would get seconds.
ah. And like, she just stores this as like, jealous. And then she looks at Kira and she's like,
Who's Roger?
She kind of shrugs. I've never heard of the name myself.
So, you've been with her all this time, and you've never
I-
heard of Roger.
I mean, we broke up.
Wow.
a
But she
year
never
ago.
mentioned her best friend from school.
Thank you, you guys.
No, we end up going, adventuring. We don't talk about school very much. It's
Okay, thank you very much to number one of Consequence 1, who donates £120 and 18 pence.
oh.
Which does give us another viewer decision.
Thank you
And
very much.
beats our next goal. Damn, thank you so much.
Yeah.
holy cow! Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Ah.
It also makes it a nice round £450 as well.
That's been really annoying. You're like, other than it.
No, thank you, everyone who's watching again. We're doing this for amazing cause, and every dollar goes to helping out kids at the border, keeping families together.
It's
all
quite a
that
big
fun
thing for
stuff.
us. It's a big thing for us that it's an important one. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
thank you everyone who has been donating. You have been awesome. So let's get that viewer decision in. What other weird shit happens in this magical house?
I quite like this viewer decision thing. It's quite good.
yeah,
The magic house.
yeah.
Something else
Anything could happen.
happens. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. So, so Kira discussed, we don't talk about school very much when we're together. Less so now that,
How long
You
were
know.
you with her?
it's maybe about 2 years or so, not that long. We met at a concert and, we hit it off. And, well, eventually it was just let part ways because I always was working and so was she,
Interesting. And then she gets out her little diary and just writes everything down, obviously, to do it. And then she looks at Diz and is like,
You're her apprentice.
He still has like tears. and everything.
Oh, no need to cry. It's fine. Like, fan yourself. But do you know Roger? Have you heard her speak of Roger before, or? I mean, you're her apprentice. Surely you had to deal with such things.
I mean, we like Nia doesn't really like talking about her personal stuff with me. I'm just the apprentice, I'm just there to, clean up and help out, and eventually I'll learn magic stuff from her, but she said I have to prove myself first by, helping around the house.
Is Diz your real name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she sort of leaves. Can I just insight check all of them to see if they're all like telling me the truth or anything like that?
Yeah, roll me those insight checks.
A nat 20 and a 22.
Probably do it.
Do I need to do it for all of them?
No, with a nat 20, I'll give you this. They're all telling the truth.
Okay.
There seems to be a bit of like she's not exactly lying, but for Kira, she's not like fully telling you everything.
Okay. I want to lean in real close to Kira, like so that our nose is touching her.
Are you sure you're telling me everything?
I am quite sure that I'm telling you everything that you need to know.
That I need to know, so there is more.
And I lean like really uncomfortably close to her.
Hold on. Logistically, like, are you standing on the table at this point?
I am on the bed that the old woman is on, and
Okay,
I am
I'm with you,
leaning.
Don't lean too far.
So, okay, like I want to hold like one of the bedposts to lean. It means leaning over.
Hey,
I'm just like, hey, you should really
Get
tell me
real
the
close
truth.
in there.
And I give her a little wink. Can I persuade her to like try and tell me
Reveal all.
everything?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, there's a 16.
So with that, she's like, I mean, all I wasn't telling you is what I do for work, as most people tend to judge when I tell them what I do for work.
Hey, I don't judge. Tell me.
She kind of glances over at Mrs. Owlbear and lowers her voice so Mrs. Owlbear won't be able to hear. Not like that's difficult to do because Mrs. Owlbear is so very old. And I said, I'm a assassin.
Well, you carry a lot of weapons. I thought that might have been an obvious thing.
You would be surprised. Adventurers carry the same amount of weapons. Either way, I had nothing to do with whatever happened to Nia.
A likely story.
Oh, and what was Miss Owlbear's husband called?
Mr. Owlbear?
You mean he doesn't have a first name? Like Roger?
Like, she's really trying to like punch out here.
Like,
We'll shoehorn it in there somewhere.
Mr. Owlbear has been dead for a very long time.
Yeah, but so is that
So
guy.
they
Like, and I gestured to Filbert, like.
Gilbert just sort of looks around, like, you mean the blatant necromancer?
yeah.
Uh-huh. Like, and then I go, okay, thank you. And I jump off the bed and I sort of go,
Well, we got to find the creepy dude. And then we got to, I'm pretty sure there's
Why is
going to
everyone
be
looking at me?
staff.
Is it
Not
creepy?
you. Calm down. I meant the other one.
and she's like,
And there's going to be more staff. Isn't there kitchen staff? Did you see any in the kitchen?
I did. There's a very pronounced gentleman in the kitchen. We should speak to him.
Is this
and
the
then
chef
like,
Let's
guy?
go, gang.
she goes down the stairs.
We'll follow close behind you.
You have a dead time.
I would say quietly, but we've got Mr. Jingle over there with us, so everyone's gonna know.
Yeah, there's no sneaking here.
Like a tambourine.
Provide entertainment. It's fine.
Yeah, so you guys want to head downstairs then?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you could either head to the kitchen first, or you could head to, assumably, the sitting room where Pathos said he would be.
Okay.
So which one do you want to go check out first?
I'm gonna go for the kitchen.
Yeah, I'll probably go into the kitchen as well.
Okay, so you head into the
I'm not
kitchen.
a person to talk to Pathos right now.
So you head into this kitchen, and again, it's this very elaborate, almost like a very modern in our sensibilities, at least, kitchen. And you see this very burly human man who is very carefully leaning over a counter in which you see like a 3-tiered cake, and he seems to be very slowly adjusting decorations on it.
I
like
jump
a one.
right in there.
We just bounce straight in. Excuse me.
He watches the little piping that he's doing. Just goes. This is like nice little wave pattern. It just goes whoop.
It's more out there. It looks good. So artistically
unique.
expressive.
And he kind of lumbers,
I'll taste it.
to turn around.
Hi.
What?
Sorry about that. I've got a few questions. I'd sort of just take a step over to you.
I slide in along the table, just like, hello. Like, I'm now really into this. Like,
Everyone into Teely.
Who's Roger? Are you Roger?
No, I'm Billy.
Billy.
And I just write that down.
A fine name.
Who, like, can I see anything in the kitchen that's maybe looks like
It's a little difficult because you are so short and everything was made for this very large, burly human man. But you can make me a perception check.
Like, perception check. 14.
Okay, so you see a cleaned up kitchen, mostly. On the counter, again, you see this 3-tiered cake that he's clearly been working on for a while, and yeah, you also see this like several potions, vials of different colors.
What are they?
Like, and she just points over to the vials.
She just kind of shrugs. Some of the master's collection of stuff. She said she had no room upstairs, so she puts it here. I don't touch them.
You've never even been interested in touching them?
I'm a cook, kid. I'm not a
a kid. Just because I'm short.
Like, and I sort of jump and puff myself out a little bit. And then I get a little bit distracted.
Like, what's in the cake? What kind of cake is it?
It's a chocolate cake.
Okay.
It's
So
very uncomfortable.
you've never heard of Roger?
I mean, I usually tune Master out unless she's telling me what to make. I'm not interested in that stuff.
I want to insight check him if I can. Sure. Suspect everyone. 21.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Okay.
So since my last visit to the kitchen, does it actually look like any of those vials have been tampered with, or?
Nothing has really changed, but there is a new little vial. With this very bright green liquid.
Okay.
On the counter.
Billy, what's that one on the end there? The really bright green one. Because that wasn't there earlier when I got the water. Remember?
Yeah, it's hard to forget someone like you. That was for the whole game thing. I don't know why the kid doesn't have it. He's supposed to have it.
Well, oh, really? Oh, I'm going to go and pick it up.
Okay, yeah, you pick it up. And it's this like small little vial, but it has a label which says poison.
Well, that's a given.
Is this like the fake poison for their fake death they were going to do?
But I don't know. Could I take the? I'm assuming it's got a cork.
Yeah, it's got a cork in it.
Can I take the cork out? Maybe,
yeah.
Give it a.
It's not gonna do anything to you.
Oh, I'm dead. Again.
Can make a Hmm. Make a Arcana check, just if you're trying to, or a.
I can do that. I think.
Kienna, the result of the straw poll is rooms and halls change places.
Oh.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. With a nat 1, you can't smell anything. It doesn't see. It doesn't smell like anything. Like you're like, does it smell like a potion or a poison?
It must just be for effect. Colorings.
Okay.
I'll keep hold of it, and then return it to the servant who's supposed to have it.
Are there any doors in this kitchen other than the one we came through?
Oh yeah, there's another door.
Can I just walk straight past Billy and go through the door?
You go to the door, and you are suddenly back in the study.
Now I don't believe this is where the study was last time.
And then I go back into the kitchen, if that is possible.
Yeah, you're back in the kitchen.
And I close the door. And then I open the door. And then I close the door and I open the door, just like checking if it's still there.
After about like a minute of this, it's still opening to study, and then you open it again, and it's out into the outside.
What are you doing with that door?
I don't know if it's me or the door.
Like, I'm really sort of puzzled over this now.
So am I right in thinking I can see both Paphos and the chef in this room?
It's just the chef here. Pathos would assumably in the sitting room, if you know where the sitting room is.
Yeah.
Welcome, Raiders.
Thank you. Welcome, Raiders.
Hello, everyone.
My Wanderer background goes right out the window now.
You're like, well, shit. Yeah. So Diz is actually had kind of followed you guys. So when you hand him the little bottle filbert, he's like, oh, that's where it went.
And what is it?
It was supposed to be the murder weapon, but then I never got to use it. It's not actually poison.
It?
Sorry?
Who normally makes it for you?
It's not actually poison. It's like sugar water and food coloring.
Yeah, but who does that for you?
Billy did it, and then I was supposed to take it, and then I was supposed to, give it to Nia, but then it didn't happen.
I look back at Billy, just like,
you hear that, Billy? You made it. Like, it's like,
didn't know what it was though.
And I just get my little notebook out again, and I just write that down.
Like I said, it's like the kid said, just sugar water.
But you didn't say that a minute ago.
And then she gets distracted by
I'll drink it and check.
You gonna drink it?
Yeah, sure, I'll give it a drink. It's just sugar water, right? I trust you. You look trustworthy.
Okay.
Well.
I'll drink it.
Knowing you.
At this point, his entire insides are pickled, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So you just grab it from Diz's hand, and you chuck it down. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Oh.
How do you feel, Cord?
Quite drunk.
Looking a bit peaky.
Good. Yeah, no, I've gotten that one, but not in that 20, so I'll... 11.
You just drink this, like, basically shot-sized thing down. Huh, you don't feel poisoned, but you sure as hell are starting to feel a little tipsy. Maybe this wasn't sugar water?
Just absinthe.
But, it may have
Straight
been
up absinthe.
sugar alcohol.
So hang on, I'm feeling tipsy in seconds.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Should've kept that.
strong shit.
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna be like,
How much did you drink?
All of it.
Oh man.
Go big or go home. Go big or go home.
I thought we were friends.
Well, and he'll take a flask from his pouch. He's like, I've got a little. Here you go. You have some of this on you. It'd be great. And he's gonna just sway over.
And Billy is kind of just watching. It's like tipsiness. It's not like full out drunkenness, but like
Okay.
it's definitely like.
What is it?
And
I'm gonna drink it anyway. I don't care what it is.
It's alright. Most people don't go blind.
Just gonna have like a mouthful of it and then give it back to you and be like, thanks.
A sense of potatoes.
yeah, Billy just watched you down like the vial.
Is he freaking out?
No.
If I leave the kitchen, will I be back in the hallway?
Who knows?
I go back as if I'm heading towards the living room sort of area, and I open the door from the kitchen.
If we don't all go through the same door, are we going to end up in different rooms?
In a film like this. they got
Here,
all-
there, and everywhere.
You open up the door and you're in a hallway.
The hallway?
You're in a hallway.
Oh, okay.
In character then. I go over to the other door and I open it, which I think is to the living room.
Hello?
And I sort of peer my head around.
Yeah, this one is being cooperative and gets you to the sitting room. You just see the back of one of the chairs, but you see Patho's feet again propped up on the ottoman.
Oh, hey! And I just push in and I walk over and stand right in front of him.
Hello? Me again.
Again, he has like the goblet. That he seems to be kind of slowly sipping from it. Yes, it certainly is you again.
You don't seem very alarmed that she's dead.
She's the greatest mage of all time. I'm sure she's just playing a trick.
Oh, Roger.
He's just calling it out.
Yeah, I call out like a familiar thing, like, oh, Roger.
Okay.
I picked up your accent then, Alice.
Yeah, I know. We should stop doing this. We keep picking each other's up.
Oh, Roger. Come on. No. Alright, just testing you. Just testing you.
They're ignoring you, mate.
Well, you see, if I can say it with enough familiarity, I'm hoping that one of them might fall for that, just do the whole, there you go!
Patho's definitely like, kind of like, she's like, what is he doing?
Oh, don't mind jingles. But anyway, so who's Roger? Do you know who Roger is? Have you heard of Roger? Like, you're like a super powerful, like, mage thing, aren't you? Surely you know who Roger is.
Because I am a very knowledgeable mage doesn't mean that I take the time to learn the names of everyone.
Man, I don't like him.
Do you remember my name?
No.
That's a bit rude, really. I remember yours. Might change it, though.
And she sort of leans in. She's just like,
This whole interested in skulls thing, like, do you take the hobby a step further?
Oh, you say I'm a necromancer.
Stay away from
No,
it.
again, I didn't say necromancer. I'm asking if you killed her.
just straight in. All right.
No.
It's okay. It's a perfectly good question to ask. I'm asking everyone this question.
We should ask him if he is actually a necromancer. He keeps going on about it.
Are you a necromancer? You seem pretty obsessed with it.
Because people always assume, just from the way that I present myself, that I am a necromancer. It is quite annoying at times. Do people assume that you are a child?
Well, no, actually, you're the first one who's done that.
Second. Today.
So, we could really use your help trying to find out who actually killed her. You know, you being like the whole clever non-necromancer guy in the room. You don't look too happy about me being in here.
Make me a
This is an
persuasion check.
observation I have made.
Make a persuasion check.
22.
He's like, I
Please.
suppose that I could lend my help, as clearly none of you are capable of waiting for her to show back up again.
Yeah, sure. Whatever gets you up. Come on. We need to go and have a look.
And then I just sort of walk back out the room. Can I... Oh, I don't know. Where is everyone at the moment?
I think I'm still
Did
in
we
the
leave the
kitchen.
door open in between us?
I didn't close it specifically.
Yeah, so the door would still be open.
That's good. Then you can still get back to us.
Let's not ever shut any doors again.
Again, always.
If someone's standing between the door, don't do that actually. What if your
No,
room
no.
moves? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Splicing.
And at this point, Kira, alongside Mrs. Owlbear, have made their way down somehow through the maze of hallways
Maybe
that
they
it is now.
They've been to the house enough times. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
And you see Kira just like slowly escorting Mrs. Owlbear to the sitting room and, you know, making sure she has a new cup of warm water.
So Teely, which is,
Kira, come here. Like, you know you're an assassin and everything. Like, do you know anything about poisons? Because I noticed, what's her name upstairs? She was clutching her stomach pretty hard when she fell over. And she was draped over the desk.
I mean, I do work with poisons, yes.
And again, she writes a note down in her book and then looks to the others.
Like I said, I try to avoid having my business around here. But if it helps with the investigation, I can certainly look into it.
Has anyone spoken to Mrs. Owlbear about Roger?
I didn't.
Does she have any recollection of it at all?
Just as it's like a friend from school.
And at this point, Mrs. Owlbear, right. I remember something about Roger. I don't remember what she looks like, but I know Nia used to have a picture of her and him. I haven't seen it around the house recently. But it may be in the study.
Okay.
Damn it, we've got to find our way back.
Can I just go upstairs and hope it's still there?
You keep opening random doors.
Yeah,
until
I'm
it
just
turns up.
going for it.
Just don't shut any of them.
Yeah, no.
They changed though, didn't they? Just keep opening the same door.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
And eventually you'll find the study.
Hello? No.
And Kira and Pathos will follow you as you just kind of open up all the random doors. Eventually, you find the study again.
Good. Okay.
I'm like, ha, and I walk in.
Again,
well
it's
then.
about the same. You know,
Cleaning the fish tank.
water stain on the Persian rug. Nia's body still kind of just propped up the back of the chair.
Oh, yeah. Probably should have moved her. Bad. We just sort of left her there. Okay, so they said about the picture. So is there anything that we can see with the painting that might stand out? I mean, that's the way I remember Nia. So is there anything that doesn't quite match my memory?
Yeah, you can make me an Arcana investigation check as you kind of look at
And
this.
is the mechanical bird Roger?
Roger, is that you?
Right, Arcana. There we go.
Oh my god.
Stop rolling.
Just
There's something
that.
weird about this painting. You're not sure what though.
Can I
It's
look
really
behind?
old.
We look behind it.
Yeah, can we sort of go?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Do the eyes move?
Actually, you try to.
God, I hope not.
You try to swing or move it, but it seems pretty stuck. Like if you're just like taking the corner of it and trying to just shift it, doesn't move.
Can I like open it as if it's like a door almost, or?
Is it like a safe?
Mm.
Yeah, as you try to shift that way, it opens.
Not done yet.
And inside you see a little like alcove with a couple of books in it.
Okay. Right. Is there anything that can be read on the books, or do they have names on the spines?
Yeah. You see the one really big red book. It says the Arvin textbook of the School of Magic. Into which underneath is scrawled Nia's copy, don't read.
I immediately open
Gotta
it.
read that.
Okay. So are you just opening to a random page, or are you flipping through?
I'm sort of like just opening the front, see if there's anything written in the front.
Bear in mind that's a big book of magic.
Yeah, but it's not been cast at me yet.
That's true.
Yet. If anything happens, I'm sure to scream and run away.
Yeah, so you open it, and it just says, it's kind of like in the inner cover, this is a textbook for the Arvin School of Magic. And underneath it says, annotated by Neopac's character.
Like, if I flick through the pages, does anything?
So you flick through the pages. It seems like it's a textbook of different spells and magic and stuff. But in the notes, there seems to be two sets of handwriting that seem to be annotating things. One that is the familiar, very flowing, extravagant handwriting and cursive of Nia. Another that's more of a methodical scroll. As you open up the pages, sometimes little effects happen. There's sometimes a poof of purple, glittery smoke.
I'm just like every time that happens.
At one point, out of one of the pages falls out a strange wand that's kind of floppy, and upon touching it, seems to move. Thank you, chat.
Yeah. Teely immediately drops the book and goes, "Nope," and walks away from the situation. Too much magic for her.
As you drop the book, the pages open to another entry, upon which it says magic jar spell. Again, you see the two types of notes, with the methodical scroll kind of just writing, and then it's almost like Nia had gone over and corrected things or put notes and said, maybe Roger's onto something here, but I think if we shift it. And within, as of bookmarking it, there is an old photo, or magical photo. I'm calling it a photo.
Okay.
I've left the book. I'm not near it right now.
I'll have a peruse through. I'll have a look.
Yeah, so if you pick it up,
yep.
You're kind of starting to remember a soul gem works very similarly in the way that a magic jar spell works. You're putting something into vessels that can't escape.
Okay. So in theory, we can take the lid off.
In theory.
I don't like the idea of breaking it.
And you can pick up the photo, which you see Nia, about the age that you kind of remember her.
Okay.
And you see a younger, thinner Pathos Gloomblight.
Haha.
As you flip to the back,
Over, just yeah.
it says, "Me and Roger, graduating year."
Did he come up the stairs with us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
behind us. I'm literally just going to turn round.
Ha! Like, Teely's like, ha!
This looks like you, ish.
Kind of. Just a really
Yeah,
long time ago.
he looks younger, and he definitely doesn't look quite as weirdly portly as he does now.
You've fed well.
She looks more alive.
And he says, he kind of narrows his eyes, says, "Interesting photo."
Are you denying its authenticity? Looks pretty real to me.
She waved it around, yeah. Like a Polaroid.
Yeah.
I am not denying anything.
I suspected him all along, I did.
Teely puts her hands behind her back and it's like, well, and just like starts circling him and saying,
So, Roger, why the name change?
He definitely kind of, "None of your business what my name is or was."
Did it not suit your image,
Roger.
Roger? Is that what it is? Because that's okay. Like,
He says, "I thought I would help you. I have no time for this nonsense. I am leaving." And at this point, Diz is like, "You can't exactly leave. I mean, you can't leave without your invitation. It's part of the whole mystery game." But then, I really shouldn't have said that, should I?
can I slide in front of the doorway between Roger and I'm like,
no. We've only just started. So why the name change? I think you do owe us some sort of answer.
Cord, go for the legs.
Cord's actually going to. He doesn't really carry a weapon, but he does have these like arm wraps that are usually like wrapped around his arms. Like I said, his body is covered in wraps. He's going to like throw them down so that they come loose and attack Roger with them as they whip out in like some sort of like. Whoa, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There it is. There should be a grapple on that as well, like as a saving throw. I don't know why it hasn't come up on it, but it should be a dex saving throw as well. On hit, that's why. Does a 19 hit?
Yes, a 19 does hit. Okay. I mean, Pathos Gloomblade is not the strongest of men. Yikes. It's still with a 17 though.
Oh, he escapes my bandages, my hand wraps.
Brightly for an old man. Older man.
And as he does that, from within his robe, it's a clatter. As you realize that he wasn't portly, he's still just as thin. As you watch a bunch of skeleton bones just come out from under his robe and clatter onto the floor.
I'm like,
I knew it.
That's very strange indeed.
And you watch as these skeletons just start to assemble themselves.
Oh.
Philbert, you're not alone.
Let's roll initiative.
You know, this sounds a lot like a necromancer, Pathos.
Thanks for the raid, Fumbles of Fame crew.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, look at all these raids, all these awesome people. Thank you for joining, everyone. We are raising money for Racist Texas, helping to keep kids and their families together. All donations go towards that charity. Super awesome stuff. We are just about in the last half hour of this game, and we're rolling some initiative because that's what's happening now.
I got a 13. I'm quite impressed.
Hooray!
first time with a 10.
The highest roll.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, on your character sheet, there's just a thing near the top that says initiative that you can click. I think. Do we have everyone?
Jay, you need to roll.
I will when I find it.
It's just above your hit points.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Oh.
I knew he didn't like me.
Okay, so it's going to be Pathos and his skeletons, all three of them first. And then it will be Filbert. And then Cord. And then Teely. And then Kalia. So Pathos is immediately going to lunge for Diz and try to grab this young boy to get his invitation to leave. Let's just see if that works out for him. Nope. Diz just jumps out of the way, being a much brighter kid. And he's just like, he looks extremely panicked, and he's looking at you guys. Should I run? I think I should run.
Probably should.
I'd run.
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Shut the
Diz
door
is gonna.
behind you.
Just run through lots
No,
of random
don't.
doors.
Ah, dang it.
Diz
Well,
is gonna
it's gone
start.
forever.
Yeah, Diz is gonna start booking it. At this point, who has the soul gem? I know somebody picked it up.
Kalia had it, didn't she?
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
Kalia, you start hearing a whisper. And you
Terrifying.
hear Nia say, Kalia, is that you?
Yes. Strange mystic voice.
Oh my god. Yep, I am stuck in a fucking gem. I need you to return me to my body as soon as possible, because otherwise my body will die and I won't be able to return.
How do I do that?
I don't know. And don't let fucking Roger get this gem.
Do we see Kalia just talking to nothing? Like a box right now? And I'm like,
I think I've lost it. Like
Yeah.
completely lost the plot now.
Is she okay? I mean, she's talking to a box.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Do you know anything about soul gems at all, or?
Anyone who wants to kind of think like how do you deal with the soul gem, you can roll me an Arcana or History check.
I'm
as
focused
this-
on the skeletons.
Yeah, if you have the box in your hand, the three skeletons are gonna start lumbering towards you, Kalia, as they're
I do Arcana.
very
Oh,
set
but history.
on getting that. Yeah.
15.
So you know you're gonna need a cleric
Hold on a
return
minute.
to return the soul to the body. You can't just break it open because then the soul doesn't know where to go. But yeah, the three skeletons start lumbering towards you, trying to grab at the
I vote to go through the door really
box.
quickly. Shut it.
So it's first their turn, and they're gonna try. What's your AC?
Yeah, so
Kalia?
just to the left of the initiative.
Yeah, just left of your initiative box.
14.
Yeah, you managed to just duck out of the way as they
Thank God
Try
for
to-
that.
skelly grab.
Wow. Go for me.
I just think
no
of
idea what that's
Jason and the Argonauts is all I'm picturing right now.
Yeah, you're kind of like, nope, no box for you.
Cation donates for a wild magic surge. He doesn't specify who for, so I guess we could random it.
Yeah, let's random it. So that's we have 4 players here, so let's roll a 1d4. That's a 3, so that's 1, 2. That's I'm sorry, Alice.
Hey, yay, again. I get so many of these.
All right, Filbert, what do you want to do?
Okay. Fair not. I have this in hand, and I use Turn Undead.
That's so ironic, and I love it.
Yep.
So, what do I have to do with Turn Undead? I believe it's a saving throw or something like that.
Yeah, there is a saving throw. What I'm looking at doesn't specify what, but any turned creatures then just have to leave or get as far away as possible. I'm not
Okay.
actually sure whether that includes me.
I hope not. We love
Just
you.
get up and
We'll
leave.
say
I
We'll
mean,
say
that
for
could be a
this
problem,
sake-
but
we'll
it's
say
not
for
like
the
I'm
sake
undead or anything, so it's fine.
that you're fine, just because of you kind of are just you're doing it not towards yourself.
Yeah.
Like you present your holy symbol and do this. Okay, wisdom saving throw.
Absolutely.
Skeletons are not very wise. They are skeletons.
They lack initiative.
Oi.
With a good old 9, so I think they fail.
Okay.
So with turn undead, what does that do?
Makes them flee, doesn't it? Makes them flee.
Yup.
Unless they
They
take
just
damage.
immediately turn around.
Bye.
All right, cool.
Wild magic surge for Teely. Essentially, nothing happens, and you'll understand why. Because the target is hungry for 5d6 days, no matter how much they eat, which is basically normal for Alice and
That's
all of
just
her
a half.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The halfling.
I was gonna say, could you go more of yeah, okay, like my stomach grumbles. And I'm like
It's time for
down
third
on
lunch.
my tummy.
Oh, we could spice it and say that you're extra hungry, like you've got starvation sort of like feelings for like 5d6 days.
Yeah, you're just
I've
really
got a
hungry.
banquet downstairs. It's fine.
You just got to find it.
Oh, yeah, good point.
All
Probably
right.
not downstairs.
No. Okay. Do you have any movement or bonus actions you want to use, Filbert? Or are you good?
No, I think that's me done.
Cool. Good to know. Cord, what do you want to do?
Cord wants to rush and attack this Paphos guy many times.
Many times.
Many times. I can't remember
All right.
exactly which one he took.
Unsneakily.
But like we're at 3rd level, right? So like
Yes.
he's at least got 2 attacks to do, I know.
Yes.
So I'm going to reach out with the hand wraps again.
Oh,
And 21 does hit.
There's another 6 damage.
Oof. Okay. Not doing the greatest. Let me find his health points. That's important, isn't it? I'm gonna pass this way. You are. There you are. Yeah, she's not looking great.
He'll need a dex save to not be grappled again.
Yep. Nope, he is grappled.
So as I grapple him with the hand wraps, I'm going to pull him towards me / run towards him as my movement and use my spinning back kick as a bonus action.
Nice. Yup.
Bang! Another
He's
6.
very poorly.
Yeah, you managed. You're just like you're just wailing this guy.
I lied about my name. Well,
Yeah, he's not
no
the
bones
str-
for you.
He's
Damn it,
clearly
Roger.
guilty.
he is not the strongest of people at all,
Mhm.
or the most hardy of people.
All
As you-
of Cord's attacks for note are non-lethal.
Yeah.
So is he actually like really tiny without his skeleton belly?
he's very thin.
Poor bugger.
He's a necromancer. So he's looking pretty bad. Like he's wheezing because you've gotten like grappled and you kind of kicked him right,
Mhm.
like where
guy.
it would cause him to lose breath.
Is he like out yet? Because I mean, I've got like a little bit of fire damage I can spice in there as well if I use some key.
He's not out yet.
Oh yeah, I'll do a
I'm
little bit of that
saying
as well then.
mechanically speaking, he's
I'll spend a
yeah.
key point and just like make things a little bit spicy for him. Monks, man, monks, they're great.
Good to see they're still as ludicrous as they have ever been.
okay. He's not down yet. He is most certainly he is most certainly on his last leg.
Now we're gonna have to keep hitting you.
Okay. Teely, what do you want to do?
If he's on his last legs, I don't really want to pull out my rapier. Can I take the helmet off that I've been wearing and just crack him on like the head with it, like, and just until he sort of gets? I don't know what to roll for that.
So
Like,
that's an
Hold on, is the
improvised.
head in the tank?
No,
No,
she
no, no.
kept
I
it.
wore the hat.
Oh, okay.
I've been wearing my intimidating help. Like,
While we were going round and
yeah.
oh,
It's been way too big this entire time.
It's like down at my shoulders.
lifting it up.
Yeah. Hello.
Your name, Roger?
Yeah, make me a. It's an improvised weapon attack, so just a strength roll.
Okay. Strength roll. Let's do this. A 13.
Does a 13 hit him? Nope. You go to hit him, and you just watch as this kind of like magical, like almost armor, kind of appears in the place that you try to hit him.
Okay.
And it flares up.
Like, it's going to do nothing, obviously, but I'm just going to keep on going because I think you'll get through at the end.
Ah!
Come on.
Okay. All right, Kalia, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I don't really want to kill him.
Well, you can say you want to use a weapon and just tell me that it's non-lethal damage, whatever damage you do. If you just want to knock him out and not kill him.
Yeah. Can I use my bow so I don't have to get too close to him?
Hits him with a stick, essentially.
Yeah.
Because I've got the thing on me, haven't I? I don't really want to get too close to him with it.
Get
Oh,
the
that's-
broom.
That's true. It's going to be a little difficult just because of how close. Although I guess it's the dwarf and the halfling that are close to him. So like, you could aim
Sort
over
of
their
swing
heads.
above.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could aim over their heads.
Kind of whack him with it a little bit.
So yeah, you can roll me that attack. Essentially, what you can do on your character sheet is you just click that attack in the attack and spellcasting box.
Middle of the sheet.
I was going to say, I can't see it.
Yeah, middle of your sheet. It kind of it will have the weapon name and
Short sword, short bow, dagger. There you go.
The short bow one.
Found it. Hey.
Oh.
very nice. In the chat itself, click the short bow next to the +5. Yeah.
Hey.
So you do 7 points of damage, which is just enough. Just
Good.
enough to knock this
Enough.
guy
What
out.
has this guy been eating?
Skeletons.
Oh.
He's hanged out at a crypt. He's a necromancer. He's not taking care of himself. But yeah, you carefully aim it so that it's a non-lethal area. And you just
Yeah, I don't want to kill him. Just want him to shut up a bit.
yeah,
Didn't
and
like-
you watch as your arrow kind of digs itself within his arm, and he just passes out.
That does it for him. Just
Yep, just a couple of kicks,
kick
a little
him
bit of fire, and a arrow. He's not that hardy. And and Didge kind of peeks his head back in. Is everything okay?
You were good.
Should be fine now. Where did those skeletons go?
They all kind of as you saw them marching away, and they all collapsed as soon as
Oh, that's all right then.
Pathos.
I think
Went
we should
down.
like shoo them into a room and just shut the door.
Get the broom and just sweep them in. Like...
Put me in the tank.
What are we
Yeah.
going to do with him?
I was going to say exactly the same thing. Put him in the tank. I'll start doing that. You guys carry on doing the intelligent stuff. I'll just be the muscle. All right, I've got that covered.
Okay, so you're just gonna start dragging the bones and just shoving them into the tank with the armor.
Fish are
Well, I
getting
mean,
more
I can carry more than
traumatized.
I can carry more than one femur at a time. So I'll carry 5 or 6 and throw them all in.
These poor fish.
Yeah, these
Don't
fish are just like
Kill it.
you see a couple of them are floating.
Hey, you leave my arm alone.
Yeah, you see a couple of these. You see them, a couple of them floating. You know.
I'm sort of like rubbing myself. Like, can we get lunch after this?
Yeah. And Kalia, you hear again in the back of your head. Kalia, I need to be put back into my body.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that actually. So I got distracted by it in the sky.
I should have just died.
Sorry. Yeah, we should probably try and find our way back to the study. Try and find her body.
The door was
Sure.
still open to the study because you would
Yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of come out into the
that's good.
hallway.
Let's go back in there. And Philbert, you need to do something.
I need to do something.
Yeah.
What do I need to do?
I don't know. She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
You can make me a religion or arcana or history check. I'll give you
yeah,
advantage because you are a cleric and you probably know these things.
Right. Okay. I've got an ability that I feel might have some benefit.
Yeah.
So if I go with Arcana, as a cleric, I get an ability called Knowledge of the Ages, which gives me proficiency. And I've also got Blessing of Knowledge, which means I double a proficiency bonus on Arcana.
Okay.
So whatever.
Your proficiency bonus should be a +2.
Yeah.
Which, if you had selected Arcana as a proficient skill,
Yes.
it'll add the +2. We'll just add another +2
Another 2.
on top of it, essentially.
Okay. Here goes.
And you have advantage. All right.
Hey.
So with a 14.
I am the worst cleric.
You're a dead
It could have been
cleric.
a
Like, come
3.
on.
I'm out of touch, obviously. A
Wouldn't
bit
it be
rusty.
a 16 with the blessing?
Oh, with a 16 with the blessing.
Got your back, Jack.
So with a 16, that is definitely enough to tell you
Oh. Okay.
that you kind of have to. You have to lay her out. You have to put the soul gem right where her heart is, and then you just chant the appropriate words, and it should
Okay.
go
Probably
back
fill
in.
you guys in like Nia's talking to me in the back of my head from her gem. Like you need to put her back in her body.
That makes a lot more sense.
I'm not as crazy as I look.
I've got this. We need to find a bedroom.
What?
And he's like, what?
We need to lay her out and place the gem on top of her, and then I will channel her soul from the gem back into her body.
You know what you're doing, right?
Oh, totally. I've done this loads.
Oh
Okay.
god.
I mean, not so much recently, but it should be fine.
Yeah, Cord, you finished putting the bones.
Yeah, we need Cord to move the body.
Can you just pick her up carefully?
Just walk out the doorways.
Yeah, I suppose I can pick her up. Yeah, let's do that. Can I roll something to see how gentle I am?
Can I watch her head? Like, can I?
Can I
just follow him?
try a sleight of hand or something just to see how gentle I am?
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah, do that. Yeah,
Oh, 13. I've sort of just tossed her over my shoulder.
yeah. So you're not like banging her into anything, but it's not the most graceful.
Yeah, I'm sort of maybe waving a rear end around or something. Over this way. Okie dokie.
Yeah. So you're again considering how many open doors you have had to open on the way here. One of them opens to a bedroom.
Okay.
Is Roger just still there? Can I drag Roger
yeah,
with
that's
me?
probably a
Because I
good
don't
idea.
trust leaving Roger, like just by the foot. I'll just drag Roger if that's possible.
It will be an athletics check.
He gets stuck in a doorway.
Shut the door on him.
Oh yeah, no, you were able. This tiny halfling just like hoist up one of Roger's feet.
I
and-
was gonna say, I'm,
Practically
What
hollow.
the hell?
I'm not like trying to, not that I'm aiming to hit his head, but I'm not really giving it cause. Like if he hits doorways on the way out, I'm like, whoops, daisy, and I just keep going.
Yeah, so you wander through to find a bedroom. You hear tunk,
Yeah.
tunk.
He might not
yeah.
be waking up again.
It'll
I'm
take a while.
coming! Like, and I just go dragging him, Roger.
Yeah, and you guys reach the bedroom. Cord, you can kind of just plop Nia down.
There she goes. Blow the man down.
I'll turn to Kalia and take the gem very, very carefully.
Don't drop it.
It's quite slippery. I can't really get a grip on it, but I'm going. And then I place it on top of Nia's chest and recite the ritual.
Yeah, you recite the ritual and you feel that wash
Then
of
hope.
holy energy wash through you as you see this little glow within the gem kind of fade out as you watch it transfer into her body. So,
Told you I could do it.
as she sits back up.
I wasn't doubting you. I wasn't fully confident, but I wasn't doubting you.
Okay. So I'm sorry about your cheek. I was slapping it a bit. I thought you were dead. Or weren't dead. I thought you were
Oh,
pretending
yeah.
to be dead. So I'm sorry
Your
about
body was
that.
dead.
Apart from that,
Oh.
I'm sorry about all the stuff that we smashed up and put in the aquarium.
I was
We
going to
didn't do
say,
that.
how
That
how
was-
particular were you about that suit of armor?
That was Roger.
And the rug.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
That was also
this
Roger.
guy did it. I just point down at Roger.
Honestly, he was a real dick.
And I quickly take the helmet off and put it on top of Roger.
She's like, oh my goodness. Well, I thank you, all of you. I don't know how long I could have been trapped into that gem. It would have been absolutely awful if the world had lost someone like me. Thank you so much. And she looks down at her and, oh, Roger, when will you let school time grudges go? I'll get the authorities in here as soon as possible. Again, you were all heroes for doing this. I truly do appreciate it.
It was a great dinner.
Well,
What I ate, I enjoyed.
Can we go finish? I picked up the Irish. Can we go finish it?
of course. And of course, we still have dessert to have.
Well, yes, you still have that. I'm going to pick up the plate of food that I put down when we entered this room. And just be like, still just as good cold.
She'll be like, come. And she'll lead you back down to a very relieved Kira and Mrs. Owlbear. The city guards are summoned and they drag Roger's still unconscious body out.
Gonna be unconscious for a while, he is.
Come on, Roger.
All of you guys have a nice night of food and drinks. A very nice cake as we close out this adventure.
Oh, that was amazing.
I love it.
Brilliant.
I love
Enjoyed
it.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, that really worked. The whole murder mystery inside a murder mystery inside a D&D game. That was cool. I liked that.
Yeah, and you saved a very important NPC.
Yes, that was
The
my
name was
motivation all the way
spot on.
through. Yeah.
Neopak's character, the most important NPC I could have ever created. Literally, her initials are NPC.
I've literally only just realized that. I was calling her Mia the whole time. I was like, Mia past character, okay.
Whoa, it's not Mia.
No, it's Nia.
Yeah.
Nia. Whoops. Okay. So, I don't know what order Kienna went in last time.
We went in camera order last time, but there is no camera order anymore. So
It's all gone.
Okay, so we'll just go in like reverse order, I guess. We'll just start at the bottom of the screen and work our way up. That'll work. So we will start with Dark Fox Alexandrian. Oh, hi.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. This is your chance to tell us who you are, where you stream, what you do online, and tell us your favorite part of the one shot today.
Well, favorite part, hands down, was the chance to roleplay and stream again. I haven't roleplayed in years, so I was very, very anxious about it, but it was absolutely incredible. So thank you very much for having me.
Couldn't tell you haven't played in a while, just so you know.
Not at all.
No.
Well, I suppose that's a good thing. Yeah, so I stream with Jay. We've both got Twitch channels. DarkFox0812. You can follow me on Twitter and the usual places. All the usernames the same. We stream a whole load of different games on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And yeah, it'd be great to see you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, guys, you should definitely go check it out. I've put both of your links in chat, you and
awesome.
Jay. So they've got a link there. If you want to link your Twitters or anything, go for it. I don't block any of that stuff in chat, so you can go for it. Why don't we do you next, Jay?
Yeah. Hey. So I stream with Alex, obviously. We play Ark quite a lot, PUBG and things like that. My favorite bit was definitely the suit of armor and the fact that Teely wore its head for the entire time, just kind of peeking at people through her creepy little helmet, which is good. I have never played before. This is my first time playing, but it was good and I really enjoyed it actually. I would definitely recommend it for people that haven't played before because it was really good fun. I really enjoyed it. My Twitter and Twitch name are the same as my name up there. It is up there, isn't it?
Yep, it is.
I hope it is good.
It's there or there. I can't remember which one it is.
There.
One of
Disappointed, I
these.
hope it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Like that is the main focus of our channel is to bring new people into
It
the
was very
game.
good.
And
Incredible.
yeah. Yes. Good. We're doing it right. Thank you. Alice.
Yeah, I had so much fun. Like I've only ever been in I think I've only been in one other game with you, Kienna, I think. And I really hope that I just don't bring you the most awful characters each time that always do the worst possible things. So one, I apologize for that. But two,
Never
thank you for
apologize
running
for your
an
characters.
awesome
Never
game.
apologize for your characters. Scratch
Oh,
needs to apologize for some of his characters.
Oh, that's fine.
What do you mean, Kienna?
But no, I absolutely loved it. There were so many bits of it I loved. One, the suit of armor, and two, one of my things was Filbert casting to get rid of all the skeletons and suddenly going, hang on a minute, does that mean I go as well? That was one of my favorite bits. And I think Teely enjoyed trying to be like Agatha Christie, like Miss Marple or Poirot, sort of trying to go around it. But yeah,
One more thing.
I loved it. And I was so waiting for the maybe you're all wondering why we've gathered you here all together today, but we never got everyone in a room. But yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. And I am White Rabbit Pick on Twitter, by the way. I should probably say that. But yeah, I love especially all the donations today. It's so good. It's such an awesome cause. So thank you everyone who donated or even just shared that we're doing this stream, because that helps massively as well.
Yeah, D&D page. Is River obviously donating tons throughout the day. Likes the villain and that big one from number one of consequence 1.
Yeah, wow.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
All. Thank you all. And so, lastly, but certainly not leastly, our wonderful DM, Kienna.
Oh, it's always so great to be here, DMing one-shots. I absolutely love it. And it's so great to have new people coming into the hobby or returning to the hobby. And I'm really glad that I could create a fun time with it. If you guys want to run this adventure, it's actually up online for free, called How Not to Host a Murder. It was actually created by one of the people of Acquisitions Inc. For PAX East game. So it's super fun, it's super easy to put in. I changed a bunch of stuff, but that's the beauty of it all. So much fun. Yeah. So thank you everyone for being so wonderful. Thank you everyone who donated or watching or sharing. Again, if you can't donate, share about the stream. More people we get in and contributing, the better. This is for a super awesome cause, Racist Texas, keeping families together. So thank you again, everyone, so much. Where you can guys find me, I am over on Twitter at KiennaS. That's the best way to find out what I'm doing, because I'm all over the internet doing all sorts of things with games and all that fun stuff. I am on a podcast called Ladies Slaying Dragons, releases new episodes every Sunday evening. It's me, two cool ladies, having a roundtable discussion about tabletop games. This month we have a special series of interviews all about visual representation in tabletop gaming. Super exciting stuff. We have super cool guests that I can't talk about yet, but definitely check us out over on Lady Slaying over on Twitter. If you like what I do here in terms of role-playing games, I play on Encounter Roleplay on Mondays, doing some Call of Cthulhu. I am over on WebDM on Tuesdays, doing some D&D 5e Spelljammer. On Saturdays, I'm over on Grimjack's channel doing some Pulp Cthulhu. Just announced that next week is the premiere of also a Dungeon World campaign over with Anna Rices. Super exciting stuff. And my passion project, my favorite thing to do is coming onto the channel every Wednesday doing One Shot Wonders, which is a series of one-shots, all D&D 5e, where I get to explore a new setting every month with some really cool people who like to drop in and play. We are doing the Feywild this month, which has been super fun. We had a great premiere of that this past week, and I'm looking forward to another month of that. And next month we are doing Dark Sun. So if you ever want in on a game with me, with Scrat, cool people, definitely hit us up because I would love to play with any of you ever again. So yes, thank you again, everyone. You were all so wonderful.
And
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Kienna.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, so I'm going to close down the Zoom now because I'm going to go and get ready for the next game. So thank you all so much for coming along. Thank you for helping us raise a ton of money for charity. It's been great. You were all great. I'm really glad to bring new people into the game and returning people, Alex and Jay. It really gives me a buzz. So thank you all so much. We are going to have another short interlude where we get the next stream ready. And we'll be back in probably around 10-15 minutes. So we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.